guys, welcome back to the Imaxit slash Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're an avid fan of the channel, keep on sharing that content far and wide. We really and truly appreciate it. So, first thing I have to say, hope you guys having a wonderful holidays. Obviously, you know that we have Christmas coming up and also the New Year. So you guys stay safe and all of those stuffs. All right, we have four major things today to really talk about on the chopping block. First thing we have to talk about seizing the moment, yes, and then we have to go back to this thing because someone has actually brought this to my attention. How Jamaica helped Argentina towards the World Cup one. That one will be funny. Definitely, you guys will love that one. Hallgrímsson, the JFF, the Prime Minister, Morocco, and also England. So we have a lot of things that we have to mix in before we finish up the night. Massive respect, all right, for everyone tuning in. I've been off for a while now, and we are going to try our best to only cover at least 2 hours just for you guys, all right? Yes, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. We saw that we have our brother Joseph already checked in. Massive respect, thanks very much for the continuous support. And then we have our brother Island Card already checking in. Let me bring up the additional screen here so we can continue. So the first thing we're going to start with, clearly, they went on to win the entire thing. Lionel Messi and co. Congratulations to them. They have done a well-rounded job defeating France in the end. Obviously, it was dramatic, action-packed. You guys can go and check that one out for from our Maxi channel as well. We have actually covered it, and it was a very much entertaining one. All right. Kylian Mbappe came in clutch with an hat-trick. Thuram came and showcased his skill. The coach Deschamps made some good changes, taking off Dembele and Giroud just to keep them and not going down 3-0. So it would have pretty much been over from that point. So tactical battles, mistakes, legendary feelings, legendary moments at the same time. Everything was clutch in terms of what took place there. So congratulations to Lionel Messi and Argentina. And Argentina overall well deserved. I thought that they put in a very, very good shift, and it showcased the passion that's tied to the nation, because they said it was a record number of personnel out. Almost 5 million people came out to greet them. That is something special, all right, and that's what the World Cup actually brings for you guys, all right. So Lionel Messi and co doing their bits. Martinez, the goalkeeper, need to tune it a little bit down due to the fact that we have heard that he's causing, I don't know. I think people just reading into it too much. The guy has actually won the World Cup, and he feels a little bit good in himself, and he might made a few mistakes. Like the first thing, he made a gesture, putting it in his grind, the World Cup in his grind, and at the World Cup itself, you know, Qatar kind of not really support those things. Then he's going around with an Mbappe's face baby doll causing problems, and they were the English media were actually complaining about his theatrics during the penalty shootout. But what I have to say, the individual is a hard worker. He's coming from the ground up. So the fact that he's here, I think he's just seizing his moment as well. And I think people should just give him a little time. People make mistakes along the way and keep on growing. And that's what I have to say when it comes on to Martinez, to be honest. All right. So the English media, back off the Argentinians, let them enjoy themselves. And if they want to troll Mbappe, they do just that. And it's just football. You get me? Messi will get exactly what he's looking for when he goes back to the PSG owned by Mbappe. All right. So if it's a problem, all right, let me make sure to give our brother Ted Exter in the building massive respect. Then we have our brother Tennessee filling up the building. So let me move on now, guys. Let me move on. We will keep this one on the screen for a little bit longer. All right, for a little bit longer. Now, let me deal with this. Let me deal with this first. All right, this is the one. Let me put this one on the screen. As you can see, we will type Jamaica here. All right. No, let me type Argentina because that would be good, so you can see the path that Argentina took to get here. All right. So for personals that might just catch up on the video and don't really know much about what Jamaica been up to in terms of football. All right. Yes, as you can see here, Argentina coming into this one in the World Cup, they have won 35 games consecutive. Jamaica was one of their victims as well. But I guess we are actually getting praise because a person sent me a video of oral Tracy asking if are asking and pretty much saying that Jamaica helped Argentina. So I want to know you guys first off the top reaction towards that if Jamaica had helped Argentina. The way he described the game, and he was actually there. I'm kind of baffled to because I never saw the same thing, and most of us never really saw the same thing. So I want to say if he saw it that way, kudos to him. But I never really saw it the same way, based on the actions. We're going to go through the actions if you guys have missed it. Yes, because we definitely did cover it. We did cover the game. All right. We did cover the game, but we never saw what Mr. Oral Tracy saw. All right. But it's still, even though we never saw that, I still could look at it and say that, oh, yes. Maybe we did help them. I could still say that, Get me, no, so I'm not trying to jump to say that no, we never helped them. I'm just saying based off his action, I never saw what he said because he said that we held them close and close and this and that for a few minutes because I went to check the video. I never saw that. All right. Yes, I never saw that at all. I will explain my actions um, towards the happenings. Give me a second. Let me just share this. All right, so that's good. All right, that's good, guys. All right, yeah. Along the way, we'll share it. So, anyways, that game finished. That game finished. That game finished 3-0. As you can see at halftime, 1-0. All right. Yes. That one started off with Argentina pretty much dominating the entire game. Ravel Morris started off, made a few bad challenges. Could have gotten sent off, yes, because obviously that's our job. So it's easy for us to remember all of those moments. So Ravel Morrison could have and should have gotten sent off due to the fact that he made some horrendous tackles. All right, but obviously it was a friendly and they needed the challenge. So the hence why they let it continued. Ravel Morrison stayed on the pitch. All right, but it was a first half that was pretty much dominated by Argentina. A few missed chances, and Latour Martinez and Alvarez scored in the opener. The opener, Alvarez scored. Right, yes. Alvarez scored the opener. Yes, Julian Alvarez scored the opener, assisted by Latour Martinez. All right, but a few other misses in that same time. We're going to go from half time. So this was the first half analysis on it. 63% ball possession to 33 for Jamaica. Obviously on the back end it was significantly more. But at the start it was not the best. At the start it was not the best. All right. Yes. 9 shots compared to 1. And that one was not on target. 3 on target for them, and we had 2 blocks in that same time. So we had 3 on target, which the goalkeeper had to deal with, and 1 actually scored. All right, and 2 blocks at the same time. So 4 contributions that were not scored at the same time, and missed chances. 1 missed chance actually in that first half. All right, so there are 2 big chances and 1 missed chance out of that. All right, yes. So sometimes you can score, but it's not big chances. All right, so it does not come down to the big chances in the category. So one of the big chances that was missed was in the first half, so that counts. All right, so it was still 1-0 down, and they missed one of the chances. So that was the first half. All right, yes. So 2 chances created, 1 missed. 2 big chances created, 1 missed, and around 3 other chances created. So 5 to none. in the first half. So really and truly, we were just being there to participate in the first half. That's exactly what I saw at the start. And our coach wanted to see some things from the players to say that, okay, we can make this step and we can go forward with this formation and this set of players or whatever. So it was still a build-up moment for us as well. But really and truly, we never did anything in that one. So I never saw what Mr. Oral Chase saw. In the second half, it never really changed. 8 shots, 70% to 30% ball possession. So 8 shots to 1, 5 on target, and 0 blocks this time, but they got 5 on target. 2 of those scored by Messi in the last stages. All right, yes, and it continued for them to create one more big chances out of that 5. All right, and I thought only one of those chances was a big chance. This first Messi one, not the free kick, was a big chance. The free kick was not a big chance, so it never registered as a big chance. So, and that was the whole story of the game. It was not something that I would say that we competed in. We never competed at no point. We never really held Argentina at no point. They were the ones doing their business, and luck with bad finishing. Now we got a chance to see Lautaro Martinez and others. Now we know that it was not bad luck why they never scored. Lautaro Martinez was just a poor finisher, him and Lukaku. So Inter Milan just does not have good finishers because he was the worst forward in the entire competition, Lautaro Martinez, this time around. So we realized that Julian Alvarez offered a lot more, and that's the side I could say that Jamaica did help Argentina, because at least they got a chance to see that Alvarez runs and positioning might be a little bit better. But it was not Jamaica alone, Honduras and others, but Jamaica was a part of it, to show that Alvarez runs and others are and other things about him is pretty much good. So those are the situations. So I would not say I would not say flat out Jamaica helped them, like helped them in a way, like without us they would not have won the World Cup. No, no, no. They would have done the World Cup just the same. I think maybe a little bit of tweaks, just as what they exactly wanted, to tweak a few things, maybe in their forward line or something else. Those are the little situations they really used it for. All right. Based on my assessment, watching the game and everything. So if you saw anything other than that, let me know in the comment section. We are 30 minutes in. If you just came in, make sure to smash the like button, make sure to share, and make sure to subscribe. All right. Blessings, Tennessee. Massive respect for being full. Let me know, guys. What say you? You thought that Jamaica helped Argentina? That is the second one that we're talking about, and then we're gonna move on to the seize the moment situation. This video is only going to go 2 hours, as you know, and we're going to structure a lot more things and be a lot more organized coming forward. All right. A 4-goal Mbappe scored past him on the day. Martinez need to chill. Okay. All right. JD, how the hell the little fool Argentina goalkeeper Mark Mbappe, and he could not stop none of his goal. Well, I would not call him a fool here, because he was what I think he is equally important to get Argentina a goal, that a World Cup boot, just as Messi, to be honest. Yes, he's up there as well, and maybe Mbappe said something to him. I thought that when he went over to console Mbappe, and I thought he said something to him, hence why he's going on this rampage. Okay, it looks like he's a more impulsive person, and he reacts to things. So I think maybe Mbappe said something to him. Knowing Mbappe, you expect him might not be 100% to somebody, So knowing him, he could say something to him. But until Martinez come out and explain why he's doing these antics, then you can kind of understand. All right. Going off that delusional thought by Oral Tracy, some people will say we could have beaten France. Yes, but Joseph, that's why I said I'm going to come and talk about it, because I wanted to hear what others say, because I saw a lot of people there jumping up and say things. But remember, remember, we are Jamaicans, but we don't tend to share everything over the top and certain things. We're trying to be as level-headed as possible. So we have that conversation and we took details and we watch it. And that is our job to come and educate the people. And, certain things was just not true, it's not true not at all. We pretty much just maybe tweak a few things. And depending on how much of a magnitude the difference between Julian Alvarez and um, Papi Gomez and Latordo Martinez is, which I think it's a big one, but I still believe that they went in with the same movements of Papi Gomez, Alvarez, and Laturo. It just never worked. And then after they tried to tweak a few more things to get it done. That's how it went, That's how it went. So I would not jump to say that was the situation, at least, because I know it. I know it would not be true if I'm going to say something like that, Yes, I know it would not be true, to be honest. All right, so we have our cook in the building. Bless up, bless up. How you doing, man? How you doing? Hope all is always well. The man scored 3 goals in the World Cup final. So, no, I think it's just because Mbappe. Maybe something he said. Remember, they are footballers, they don't just get up and do things, They are much more privy to things that we don't really get directly. You understand me? So before we jump and say certain things, let we give it a little time before we jump to beat him. All right, let we give it a little time first. Let we give it a little time before we jump to beat him. All right, because that is important. We want to make sure we're not wrongfully dissing anyone. All right, yes. And I've gotten some distasteful texts before. Let me just pass through that because we are trying to level out everything, because this is like a slash video of looking back at what took place in 2021. And I've seen a lot of these things in our culture which I need to wipe out. All right, if someone is bad to you, that doesn't necessarily means that your reaction should be bad every single time. It can be a sit down moment and reason it out properly moment. You can use it as an advantage to reach places. Let me know if you agree with that or not. Let me know, because we have this thing. I heard I can say it. One of my commenters, Richard Stewart, he said it here, and he followed it on. All right. Um, I posted Messi celebrating and stuff and say congratulations, Messi, and winning the World Cup. So two persons, no, a few persons, not two, a few persons. I heard them say they can't support Argentina because they're racist. All right, and so they don't really want to talk about anything. So automatically, I should, even if Argentina wins, I should just big up France for no reason on planet Earth. And I want to just educate them that we have Jamaicans that are evolved around the world. I still consider myself as a Jamaican. Maybe I'm not in Jamaica. Maybe I'm not in the Jamaican culture. So maybe I come off a little bit different, but I still consider myself as Jamaican. And what make you a Jamaican? Why is it the way you see things make you a Jamaican? Or why couldn't be the way I see things, which is very much more evolved towards a worldly being look? Why couldn't be that thing? So all I'm trying to say is, if you don't want to support them because they're a racist according to your logic, because majority of these people says things are baseless situation. They don't send the proof to me because remember, you're saying a country first, and then you're saying the team. If you say the country because of history, a lot of other countries can go down in that same path. I'm not asking you. I know about history because I read it. All right, and I've gone to places that majority of these people talking would not have entered. All right, so I know that it's some of these countries are racist. That is true, but it's not only the ones that you want to just use your selective memory on. There are a lot of others that we cherish. They are also racist as well. All right. So if we want to do for one, we have to do it for everything. All right. And I think everybody would agree with that. All right. But at the end of the day, it's football. And football sees no color, sees no faces. It just sees see it just see entertainment, because I can promise you, even the racistest man on planet Earth that was watching that football game never remember the color of a skin of a person. It was the pure enjoyment of that final, entertainment from back to front. I look at the president, Macron from France, the way the guy is operating, you swore he was actually one of those normal fans. That's what football brings to you. So when I'm on my channel, supporting a game and loving people, I don't want anybody to come to me, and especially people that with limited knowledge. Don't come to me and tell me about nothing about racism. I don't look at it. All right, because I deal with individuals, not a big crowd. Because tell you what, that's the same way people could have stereotyped and Jamaicans and said that every Jamaicans are killers, every Jamaicans are thief. You understand me? They could have said those things, but you know what people does? They made sure to select each person, deal with them, and use that experience to judge the personnel. So let me know if you guys are okay with the way I've contextualized things. If I am a fool, because the last time people said I'm a fool out of a conversation that I've never said. Qatar just made up a bag of story about me and said that I'm rich and all right in Belgium and I've sold out to white people and all sort of foolishness. And I saw some people's reaction. And I've never said half of it, nothing what Cataract said. You understand me? So sometimes I just believe that we want to be so aggressive every day. We tend to just find things to be aggressive for no possible reason. All right. And I'm just not that person, because every day I seek to gain more knowledge. You understand me? And I try to give it back to people, because getting the knowledge and keep it for yourself is baseless. You understand me? And that's what I've tried to do. So my approach to things should not be considered as a wrong thing. So, anyways, no, I posted it on the the Instagram, and when I heard Richard Stewart said he doesn't support countries that are racist, and I'm saying, bro, what that has to do with me, and I just wanted to bring it back and said, I'm just not that person. I think I'm way more respectful to everyone until someone really passed the line with me. Understand me? And that is the same thing that I'm talking about. Let we contextualize things. Let we deal with the individual rather than keep on talking about a country, because Jamaica have the worst stigmas on planet Earth. All right, because we are in the smallest country, and the crime rate is one of the worst in the world now. So people could have just said Jamaica, our country that nobody should go. When America said that, look how upset we got. So stop walking around forcing unnecessary narratives, all right? Because it might just come back to haunt you, all right? Yes. And try to go out every day to learn something, Yes. And that's my feeling. I respect you guys so much, because without you guys, I would never be close. Would have never been close to the Jamaican culture, because Belgium culture where I'm at is far, far different from Jamaican culture. You understand me? And the fact that I can turn my YouTube channel on and see you guys and we can have a conversation, it makes me way more closer to Jamaica, You understand me? So even though sometimes I will get angry, it's just because I expected better from a lot of people. You understand me? Yes, so that's the reason. But I still respect every single one that taught me things, because even if it's bad, you still taught me something. You keep me up to date of the minds of Jamaicans are inside the country. You get me? Because I got enough data that I can actually calculate for myself. You understand me? Yes. So sometimes it's just a big expensive test for me. All right. Yes. So respect and thanks, man. Let we just live in love, man, and try to live and understand every single day. And if someone is bad, try to change their minds. All right. Bless up my brother, Marlon, man. Oh, you doing, man? Oh, you doing, man? McAllister was my man of the match. Yes, he was solid, man. Then we have our brother Jason Ferran in the building. Change his name because of another Ferran. All right. Martinez does his dance moves every time he stops a penalty. He did it in the World Cup also. Yes, that's why some people need to go back and check that he did it before. Then we have our brother Chris Smith checking. Massive respect. All right, the building. So guys, just load up the likes, load up the share, and just make a do the 2 hour. Enjoy it, and we are gonna bring some new things to you. So we're going to structure it in the description, and that's what we're going to work off for next year. We're going to be very much organized, and we're going to work off a set thing. Period. All right. Sherman Scott, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right, Sherman, big up yourself. And um, Sherman again, big up. And then we have our brother, Dima said, why people always bringing up this racism thing when we talking about football teams? Question. The players don't necessarily agree with the countries a lot of the times. Thank you very much, Dimo. And that's where we're going to go to, because we're going to go to Morocco and other countries. You know why? Because most of these players are not even from the country. If you ever know about how they dealt with Messi, Messi started his paper from 11 and a half years old. Let me give you a little history. 11 and a half years old, and he completed at 12 and a half. Messi left Argentina at 12 and a half, almost 13 years old, for Barcelona. And they really never liked it. They never really took on to Messi. So all you guys are out here beating up your gums and talking about racism. They did not even saw Messi as an Argentinian. Go and check that for yourself. You get me? Messi have to try to fit into Argentinian culture. Yeah, you understand me? So some of the times we need to know the truth about certain things. All right. So they never even saw him. It's now they really saw what the guy went on and do, which is to educate himself and be and put himself in a different bracket of life. And that's when they realize, oh my God, the guy left for the betterness of himself and also the country, because now you have 5 million people out there chopping to bits because of this man's magical moments. And at the same time, he has actually improved a lot more kids' chances to leave from Argentina to come to Europe to make a better life for themselves. And he might just have improved his entire country. You understand me? So let me look at the footballing side, and the educational sides to things rather than just jumping to certain things. And I think that's what I'm going to do for next year, because I have to utilize the skill set of the things that I've learned, which is to educate back most of my people. You understand me? That's what I'm going to try to do. So you're gonna see less of the aggressive personnel, more of the more try to get the knowledge across personnel. Believe me. All right. Yes. Then we have Pastor Blake in the building. Massive respect, Pastor Blake. Thanks very much for being here. They do see the color of the French players that misses the penalty after the game. Boss Thomas. The Argentinian people saw the color. We understand, but that goes to show my same point, Boss Thomas, why we need to leave the situation alone. You know why? Because that's other countries aside from Argentina. So why we never talked about those other countries being racist as well and never supported them? So let me stop try tag things to bring down somebody's achievement. You get me? They learned football just as every black player as well, and have to use their IQ to get it over the line. So let me stay on football inside. So they deserve to win it because they outplayed France, and France should have not been in the game. It took some brilliant moments, the referee dodgy calls, and everything to get themselves back into the game. And we totally come together and appreciate what we saw. All right. So I just wanted it to be that more than anything else. I never really wanted to spoil the moment of this, all sort of drama. John Powell, best of yourself, man. Your World Cup was fantastic. One of the best World Cups ever, based on my experience. JD, did you see where the black French players that missed their penalties had to disable their social account because of racist comments? I am very sorry if that happened with them. And it only proved to me what I'm saying is it's not Argentina alone was the racist culprit in these things. It happens over and over in majority of these other countries. So you get my point now. So that's why we should not be jumping on one country whilst we are supporting the other countries. So that's exactly what I was talking about, and you guys proved it to me. What I'm saying is 100% fact. So when we say we're not going to support Argentina, then don't support England, then don't support France. You understand me? Then don't support Germany. Then don't support Spain. Then don't support none of these European countries. And to be honest, if that's how it's gonna go, all right, yeah. JD, the people are becoming like the USA, bringing politics in sports. I have been watching sports since the 80s and before. I noticed it from then, listening to the USA report and how we are doing that. All right, fair enough. All right, that is fair enough. That's fair enough. stuff. Well, all I'm saying is no to racism completely. All right. And people need to be a little bit more informed and the human body, and realize that every single color of human beings needed, all right, across the world. So people need to educate themselves a little bit more before they do fool themselves, all right. Yes, so they definitely need to improve on that, to be honest, all right. Yes, so congratulations again towards the Argentinian team, and let we chop up the rest of the conversation here, because we're already half an hour in. Thanks everyone that actually turned up. um, yeah, so we have the seize the moment situation now. Let me bring up this one because this is very much important. The JFF side to things, all right. We had this one, which is the sponsorship. All right. At the turn of the year, we had this situation to say that Jamaica, we never had anything. We never had any money to facilitate players coming in. And which I have a next video coming, guys, with some shocking reports. And I think those ones are going to be short, talented videos, like what really happened with some of these players that Jamaicans inside the country sell some narratives, because we have this divide between overseas players and local players. You understand me? Which I'm going to touch on now, because this is what I want to talk about in a little bit length, because I want to create something different, create a different narrative to say that this is actually better for Jamaica than actually worse. All right, so that's what I'm gonna look at. For me, I don't do this for the views and the it factor and stuff, because majority of them people that just come out and use a bag of punchline, they're not really making much sense, because they don't really have much sense towards the situation. You understand me? So I am trying to bring these things across to make you see that most of these guys did certain things for a specific reason. All right, they have their own narrative. Because for a long time, I told you guys, when Hallgrímsson came in, no, when my boy, what's his name again? Schaefer's came in, and Schaefer's left a core group, and you guys wondered what happened to a few players, and you said that, oh, they never wanted to come back to represent Jamaica. I'm going to give you back some of the stories out of their own mouths, and you're going to be shocked. All right, so we are going to do that in a separate video. So look out for those detailed videos coming for themselves. So because I don't want people to miss them. So always when you see a shorter version of video, you make sure to click it. We are going to have a lot of that coming for the future, and we are going to have more contents like what the Imaxit is all about, to educate you, majority Jamaicans, but also other countries can come on, like the Haiti, the Suriname, the Curacao, Mexico, United States, Canada. It's going to be the same. Don't worry yourself. Just started out back like this. All right. And thanks to all the personnel that actually subscribed. But believe me, we're gonna go on a journey for the new year. I might just take 1 or 2 days to build a few, because I have a little extra work. I have some phones to fix. I have around 2 computers to create. So I have to finish them, because I wanted a system that can run every single thing that I do come upon here, and I'm gonna build that one. So I'm gonna be a little bit busy. So if you don't see me stream, it's because I was a little bit busy working on those things, because I have to do everything myself, you know. All right, because it's cheaper sometimes for me to do it myself. So yeah, and I have the skills to do it, so it's not a problem. So anyways, coming into this one, and then coming into this one, uh we had a plethora of personnel to select from. All right, we have numerous directions to go, because we had what's that? Call his name Schaefer's. We had Schaefer set a platform for Jamaica to thrive on, but because they have stated that, oh, we can't, no one was actually there after to replicate what Schaefer's left, because Schaefer left a good system for us to mirror and do good, because he was one of them that brought in first choice English-based guys. So not guys that come in to be the icing on the cake, as what most local Jamaicans would always say, be be the icing on the cake. Those were the cakes as well, just the same, and anyone could have been the icing. So he kind of changed that mixture and ways to think. All right, and even tried to give anyone the captain. It doesn't matter if you're born in Jamaica or overseas, you know. So he brought in something good, and it looks like it was actually working because they got some good results. Brought us to some of the highest level places that Jamaica could have ever gone to before. Yes, so he did every single thing, and so we had that choice to go back for the same individuals, but if for some reason it looks like we said, all right, you know what, this coach, we sign a coach that sells a different narrative, because from 1998, whether we like it or not, from 1998, yeah, and from before, even from before, but he came up in 1998, we had some issues. The culture clash. So obviously England have much more organized. You see, this is where the stereotype comes from, because I think I'm an organized person, and I was born in Jamaica. You understand me? But at that time, they are saying that majority of the local guys are not organized, and the Englishmen are much more organized. So you see it, and look how angry we got when someone stereotyped us there. All right, because it actually broke apart the entire 1998 squad. You understand me? So people need to go back and check their history, and that's why you should not jump to criticize people and stereotype people, because Jamaicans and all just don't like it, none at all. All right, yes. So, anyways, now all of that took place and caused a rift. But at the end of the day, the English men that came in, they were instrumental towards Jamaica qualifying. Jamaica was already in a good position, and they came on and took us over the edge with incredible, precise actions. All right, with limited resources, because you just that on the table, and you had to get it done, and they went on and get it done. All right, so clearly, out of many, one people got us over the line this time, that time in 1998. But a lot of us strongly believe that it was more of out of many land people got us over the line, and a few overseas individuals put to the top. Well, clearly it shows that that's not going to work, because this is the truth now. Not stereotyping anything, but we don't have necessarily enough in professional players to choose from to compete with what we have out there, because now you're not just playing a Mexican team, you're playing a Mexican team with a better footballing region from before. That's one thing. Second thing is you're playing a Mexican team with better equipped European players. No, all right, because the European market is just much more better than before. Competition of football has gone sky high. Football in science have gone sky high. All right, so everything has improved along the way, to be honest. You get me? So we're dealing with all of those things, and we're dealing with people taking other people from out of other countries because they want the best players as well. You get me? So they want the best players as well too. So the things that we are struggling to accept, they are taking that, and with all of the other things that I've just talked about on the line as well. All right. So with all of that said, because I'm trying to set the stage for you to understand what was actually at stake. So coming in, Theodore Whitmore, he could have gone for overseas players, a mixture of overseas players and a Jamaican and stuff. It looks like he went for predominant Jamaicans to do his thing, because he believed that he could have gotten more out of them. Or he believed that he could have gotten more out of them, because that was the whole basis of the thing, and it never really worked out. And let me not cancel out certain things. Majority of the overseas based players, you had the virus. You had the virus at the time, and some of them could, because they're playing at such higher level. Those players were in demand, because you had a conversation between FIFA and England, and they never wanted to send their players. So some of those players couldn't get to come, i.e., Ethan Pinnock, Bobby, not Bobby Reed, but Ethan Pinnock, Mikel Antonio, and I think Leon Bailey to a certain extent couldn't come. So those were all of the better players. Them couldn't come. So we could have excluded those guys, but you still had way more personals to choose from. All right, you had way more personals to choose from in the championship. You had way more because we have so much players. That's not only in the Premier League, so you had more. But the policy was just not that. Clearly, it was when you had Schaefer's, but it changed with Whitmore, and that's what people need to actually understand. It changed with Whitmore. All right, so it changed with Whitmore and escalated towards what Whitmore wanted to build. It clearly never worked. And once the English guys then get to come back on, they did the same things as before. Because clearly talent, you cannot hide talent. They will always through every single time. You cannot hide it, none at all. It will always come through. All right, and it came through big time, big time, in terms of quality. It came through big time in terms of quality. Mikel Antonio scored some of the greatest goals. I am surprised that JFF never put that up in their list of goals. You get me? Our goal scorers, surprising, but maybe they have some other mechanism connected to their own thing, which I can't understand. All right, yes. So, anyways, no, we go back to where we started, which is the lack of when we came in. They said that Jamaica only could have played 2 more matches before we went into debt. All right, because clearly FIFA money alone couldn't cover the trip. Which, remember, you have eight teams back and forth, so you have 14 matches to play for each participant inside the tour, the quest to qualify for World Cup 2022. All right, so Jamaica could have only fulfilled 2 to 3 of those mandated deals. All right, so that is the situation at the time. So, anyways, they said they didn't have any corporate sponsors. All right, they didn't have any corporate sponsors. And that's where we're going to switch up things now. They didn't have any corporate sponsors. And that's where I said, let me seize the deal, because they said the last time the government weren't dealing with them good, which is kind of iffy, because we heard the government came out and said they gave them almost all of the money possible. All right. And almost all of the money possible. And they never really did much with it. That's what they said. And that's what they said. I don't know how true it is. That's what they said. All right. Yes. So no. The moment is big. The World Cup is fresh in all the person's eyes. You heard the government, Mr. And Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, talking about it, saying that Jamaica must go to the World Cup 2026, because obviously they realize how big of a deal this thing is. All right. So what they did now, what they did, I'm gonna come back to the comments, guys. So make sure to leave a comment, so we can chop it up and continue. Because remember, this is the show of reasoning, but I want it to be sane reasoning, so every one of my subscribers can click any video. That's my task. Coming through for the future. All right. Yes. So, anyways, Andrew Holness on board now. So he's talking hype of the Jamaica football team. And clearly he was always around, because you have to remember, guys, when I was actually doing live streams on my previous channel, I saw him shared one of my channel link. So clearly it tells you that he's much more in tune than maybe other prime ministers, period. All right. So maybe when he's saying that Jamaica must make the 2026 World Cup, it's not by him just saying mouth, tongue and cheek. He might be saying something completely different, you know? Yeah, I actually genuinely mean it, Yes, all right. So all I'm trying to say now, the sponsorship that we are talking about, corporate sponsor, maybe this is the time to go on to see if you can get some corporate sponsors on board. All right. Yes, maybe this is the time, because remember, this deal, this deal is completely different from what most expected it to be. All right. Yes, because obviously it's a short deal. So it's not going to be the things that, it's going to be revolutionary and take you to all sorts of problem. I don't think this is actually what you think. All right. And I thought that over time people explained it to you. It's not what you think. All right, they will still need additional corporate deals, and that's why they came on board to clean up their image from people staying in their names in order to get more sponsors on board. But now you have everyone dealing with it. This is the opportunity for you to grab the moment to say, all right, yes, let me use it to move on and capitalize on something. Because now the prime minister talking about, you need to bring everything from the table on the table to say, prime minister, this is what we want, all right, this is what we want and this is what it's going to take, because this is what's required for we to be competitive in the region. Because now you have Mexico, United States getting the taste of something good, Costa Rica realizing that they have a next golden generation at their hands coming, so they're going to want to punch above their weights. Canada get the taste of something as well. They still have young players there with quality. They still want to go forward. You get me? So this is what's required. So what say you? Should they be going into the prime minister with his statement to say, listen to me now, this is what's required, explain everything in detail, what's going on in the region, what it really takes to go forward? Let me know in the comment section, guys, before we move on to the next segment. All right, and make sure it's a come in. This is not the Lula Lay one. It is much more organized. So hopefully it can actually support something that actually can bring replaces. All right. Yes. Not to beat a bad arse. All these Jamaicans calling other cultures and countries racist, and they said one being xenophobic against born the hypocrisy of it all. But I think most of them never know, until we start actually call it out, You get me? Yes. Because what what I love, what I love, even though all of these terrible things happening in the country, because there are terrible things, it's just a bunch of liars, because they do benefit from a lot of things. You understand me? Yes, but you have good people out there, because I watch an interview with Google. Google. What you guys need to do is follow me on the Discord. It's pinned in my description. I posted Google and others. They're really talking about it. Like Google response towards one of the interviewer saying, "Oh, you think that because of what's going on with the music and certain things and the dance badness glorifying and stuff, and the new generation is glorifying all of this stupidity. Like if you're the stupider you are, right now in Jamaica, this is just the truth. It's more popularity you get, and you still have people fighting back from it, yeah, fighting back to get back the country to where it should be. All right, so I saw Google look at the man and said, Jamaica can't get no worse than how it is now. None of we are safe. No, and I felt it when he said so. None of us are safe, and I know them like no the walks of the woods. I know that they are not in the jungle and those places, and they're saying that they're not safe. You understand me? Jamaica is one of the highest crime rate per capita. You understand me? And those are the things that I love, that other people inside the country trying to fix it. Because even though Google was actually going against the dunce badness thing, he's still trying to go in the minds of the young kids, them to see how they do think, and how they can use that to how they can use that to change them, not to shun them off. You understand me? So all I'm saying, Joseph, is sometimes people don't know, and you have to actually educate them. And once you educate them, their response after that, then you can judge them off it, because now you have informed them on the actual situation. So it's how they do react after that. Now you can say, all right, then that it is what it is. That means that's the road you want to go down. All right. But JD, France, just like England, that don't like black. Okay, all right, we're gonna skip around that for now. Island Carter. We'll just move on to the next one. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Number one guy, bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. And just said he's late. No, man, no problem. But how the did Jamaica help Argentina? Someone explain. It was a clip that sent to me. Oral Tracy did a video like that, and I was explaining. So I was expecting something like that. Yes, because I talked behind the scene that I wanted to do a video solely on just talk about one topic, and I think that's going to take up 2 hours. And not, I don't think, I know it's going to take up 2 hours. You get me? Because I think some people need to know the truth, and you know, I know what's driving it. You get me? Because a lot of people are very much selfish, and they want monetary gains for themselves. You know. Yes, and a lot of people just take up anything for you. Just from you, just start the title, Jamaica great, or you are the greatest, or this or that. It just takes everything to a different level, and a lot of people know that, and they just use that kind of artist ways to style you, and you know, yeah. But that's gonna be a different video. All right, that's gonna be a complete different video. And we don't want to come off this because we want to seep into the actual crack. All right, JD, what is your take on the Prime Minister? He's a very much informed personnel. He's a very much informed personnel. He's not a stupid personnel. That's what I know. He's a very much informed personnel, and I think if you approach them, I think a lot of things that the JFF did was based off their own belief. They weren't the persons trying to drive certain things forward. The attitude was not right because the lack of knowledge was in at full effect at the top level. Yeah, the lack of knowledge was at full effect at the top level, and I think that cost big time, you know. But now I think they have Hallgrímsson at the helm, and Hallgrímsson can show them what he wants, and they have to align themselves around that in order to get it done. Um, yes, so I think it's good. Team Cataract, Ultras in the building. Okay, hope all is well with you. DNA just check in, massive respect. Of course, I think they should go into the Prime Minister for sure because they needed help and they still need help. I'm not just Jamaica, JD. It's everyone. Laugh out loud. And in terms of what you're talking about, in terms of what you're talking about, let me know. A real talk Boogamek. Yes, man, it's real talk Boogamek. Oh, you're talking about the Dunce badness glorifying? I don't think it's every country. No, that's not every country. That's a lie. If that's the topic you're talking about, that's a lie. And it's not a lot of countries. They are trying to force education first because they know that's the only way forward. All right. Yes. So that's not actually true. But maybe you can say other countries if that's the topic you're talking on Omzo. You can say other countries, but yes, I think Jamaica um trying to force this dunce bandits on people, and I love the way Boog articulated himself because he's there and he realized in order to get to these young kids, you have to figure a way out to get to them and show them that maybe yes, what you're doing is wrong, but this is the way, or you can turn it into a positive, you know. So I like the way he said it. But the dunce badness thing, it's I'm telling you, Omzo, I think it's only Jamaica alone trying to glorify dunceness. I don't respect it. You know, I want, and it's coming from a long time, you know, because back then, you know, when you talk certain way, in especially the ghetto, it's like we don't want to respect him, you know. We want to show him down, like saying, "Oh, I want to you. You come here. I want to speak." He spoke. I saw a man, men came on these channels and criticizing people that's speaking good. Our country's language is actually English. So if a man want to speak, well, it's his problem. You know why? The problem with language, guys, it's just to reach, to communicate. Language is all about communication. So if you just speak patois and you and your friend them I gonna understand you. Nobody else can understand you because let me give you a culture shock. Nobody else other than Jamaicans know got the patois. Nobody else on planet Earth. When I talk one person, you have 7.8 billion people, and nobody else know Creole patois because you have bigger patois than Jamaica's patois. All right. So sometimes you have to go there and just inform yourself. That's all I'm going to say to you. All right. So if you have a person, a young kids inside Jamaica, don't let anyone shun you from speaking English. Speak how you want to speak because what you're doing, you're transcending yourself towards being um much more communicative, and that's what the world wants, to be more communicative. Simple as that. Don't follow anybody. Don't let anyone tell you about your speaky spoke or nothing. Try to learn because that's what will take you places in a mad time like this. All right, because I can't believe what I'm hearing. When I heard Google, I had to share it, and I love the fact that I have the Discord, so I can be closer to the people and to show them why I have shaped my brain cells like this. That is true. But I'm stupid and not popular. How that work? I don't know, I don't know. But Google, I love the fact that a lot more Jamaicans stamping it out and saying, listen to me, no man, we need to find a way to stop airplay them dancehall song, yeah, them dancehall people, yeah, yeah, we need to stop it, we want that improve, you know. JFF should have leveraged the short deal, friendly matches with no, but Mr. Blake, sometimes we say some things, we're just saying some things of saying things sake. Jamaica never had a much talk in a short deal. They got a short deal and that's it. They never had much leverage. I think it's just we alone think like that, but they never had much leverage, bro. And should not have much leverage. It's the people and money, and they decide what they want to put on the table. If they don't want it, you leave it and go. Simple. And I think that's what they gave them. You get me? So this bunch of leverage and over hyping and Jamaican brand is big and this. No, certain things what we're saying is not actually accurate. If you have a small niche inside London that is popular for Jamaica, it does not mean the entire England. England is very big. I wonder if people don't know these things. If you have one and two places, so people sells you according to it's the actual pulling power you have. And let me be a shocker to you. Jamaica's pulling power is not as big as what people telling you. These little average ass people in England that come and interviews telling you, Jamaica the greatest, and that they are just fooled. They are just fooled because most of them never leave England either. And that's why people can take them for idiot because they don't go around and listen certain things. And that's why they can jump to say people fighting against them because they're clueless and the overall action of certain things in boardrooms. You understand me? And you have to know the pulling power. Jamaica does not have that pulling power to get the money that you want. You understand me? It can't be. It doesn't work like that. You have to have something to sell a person, because this is not like a sponsorship. This is just a deal. I think we changed it around. This is not a sponsorship. This is a deal. All right, people. So when you sell a shirt, you get a percentage off it. You get some money on top because they already calculated how much people would be interested in Jamaican brand, and then give you a certain percentage of money off the back of that. Not because Jamaica is the biggest deal in the world. No, a foolishness, people, I tell you, a foolishness, and that's why we lead to these emotional responses, because we don't have the actual information to nothing. You understand me? So we start to people fight against it when we don't know the actual report. So please go and study these things before we jump towards these aggressive tones and feel like you know nothing. You don't really know it. Me honest the truth tell you. You get me? And I think I want to be blunt and truthful in this new year. Marcella, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Pagan, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Richard Stewart says, when I heard my daughter singing that song called Dunce, I knew Jamaica was gone. You can't say Jamaica is gone, because yeah, Boogle and those guys are fighting for something. So I felt like, yeah, there is someone there fighting for it. And you have people there fighting for it, because you have in every category. Look, the problem is, they always says the empty barrel make the most noise. That's what they've always said. Well, no, what they're doing now, the empty barrels them get the most glorification, because the problem is availability is deemed to be successful in Jamaica's culture now. So that's what we need to do now. We need to change that rule of availability to be success. You remember I told you that L.A. Lewis have cracked the code of people being successful in Jamaica. Just be everywhere. He used the spray paint to be everywhere and become popular. So well, no problem now. In football, all a man do now. All right, you know what? Let me just people just want something. So I'm gonna go to every game and just push a camera in a person's face, do this, do that, that. You don't. No education is required anymore. No boundaries around things anymore, because you have social media. So it breed a lot of more idiots. because there is no barrier with education required anymore, and that's what bring down the entire system. And I think countries like Jamaica get the big brunt of it because it's not a first world country. You understand me? So it takes the bigger brunt. I think people need to sit down and figure out how we can solve these things, because just as though it's not a first world country, it can be dealt with easier than the first world countries. You understand me? So we need to sit down one day with some brilliant minds and see if we can put it out there, so one of the persons that controlling country can see it. Because Mr. Andrew, he does look at these things and give his information towards it. All right? Yes. Big up pagan. Dons are the most popular slang in Jamaica right now, but it will have to change. I think if all of we now come up every day on social media and push education and push standards, I think it might not change, over time, But remember, this Dons badness thing never changed over time. It's because we let it linger for too long, far too long as well. A Jamaica alone in the world glorified Don's badness. Yeah, no, I think I'm sure of that though. Not everyone still, not everywhere still, because where I am from in Jamaica, people look up to you when you speak English proper. Okay, well, Mr. Dre, yeah, but that's why I specifically stated that in the ghetto, where I'm from, which is majority of the places in the ghetto. Yes. Twins of twins. Yeah, man. Twins of twin. You don't ever talk about twins of twin. Twins of twin is one of the main persons that push this from a long time. All right. Yes. It's a good thing she get in it straight A, because I would be worried. Okay. Dirty Harry said. Dirty Harry says. Lie that JD. Other nations do speak with language like Japanese. And we not ask you. No. So he said a lie. I'm telling. I want you to go to Japan and find how much Japanese. I'm gonna go look at this. I'm gonna type it now. Look here. Japanese. Yes, because these are the persons that fail to educate our nation. Dirty Harry. I'm gonna show you why. Yes, because you have a built-in ego level of Jamaicans, specifically in the world. We are separate with our ego. You understand me? So see, from the fact I've said something, he never listened to what I've said. He just jumped to a lie that JD. Other nations do speak a language. Japanese population. Population. We're going to bring it up here, and I'm going to show some. Japanese population is 125 million point seven. You have 125 million point seven. I want you to find the 700,000 people in Japan who speak Jamaican. All right? Yes, I want you. And these are the people that puts us in the bad space. All right? Because no, you don't listen to what I've said and you try to come and twist up the story. All right? Nobody in the world speak Jamaican. Nobody. And I'm not asking you. Nobody. Nobody understand nothing. One person out of 100 million, you really class as somebody in a different culture, bro. Just stop the foolishness. All right, get your ego out and just face reality. All right, and that's the same thing I've started the video on. The over egotistic personnels, and that's the reason why I wanted to do a video next, because I think once I've done that video, I think I'm done from that point. I'm done. All right. Yes. So Mr. Oimblate now, JD, not really true. Many places and people study patois, especially through dancehall and reggae. I agree with you about Oyini Blake. Nobody no speak patois. I want you go and find it and come and educate me, because I know it's 100% not true. All right. I just told you the actual 125 million point 700,000 people in Japan. Find me 700 people that studied patois. Find me 700 people in 7 billion people worldwide that studies patois. We need to let it go. It's almost 6 billion people studies English. Almost 6.8 billion people studies English. Cataract, you think you say you have enough sense. Stop, make the ego get the better of you. All right. And that's what I've always said. Every time we are too impulsive, and that make we cannot reach nowhere. Because we try to think for ego first. Nobody not speak Jamaican. Nobody. I just we alone at Jamaica speak Jamaican. Stop delude the people in them. Educate the people them and stop be over the top egotistic. Go and get the Mr. Dre. I am begging you with Cataract, bring the statistical proof. And then I'm gonna show you. People, I love these challenges because I'm a level-headed Jamaican. I'm the only Jamaican that will come on the internet and never overhype Jamaica because I will always bring you the proof because I want people to be level-headed going into things. You can be more successful when you are level-headed. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So when Cataract bring the proof, which I'm going to have a part 2 for this, bring the proof of the 700. I'm not going to even say in Japan, 700,000 people worldwide. Just bring a proof feed. I'm going to show you that it's madness. Learning little one word in a language no mean you speak a language. All right, language are a lot of things you have to use to sort out language. All right, a lot of things. I'm telling you, don't be fooled by the over sensationalized people. That's not me. And I will not be that. And I think I'm going to come forward more, being like this a little bit more and shut down certain madness. All right. And these are the people that enable these dunce badness things because they enable the ego and telling people that they're great without actually achieving things. And they need to penetrate on hard work rather than achieving things because most of these things are not true. I'm not asking you. It's not true. You understand me? A man from Jamaica, you know what he does? He goes to record it overseas or go on a trip overseas to do his music, obviously. If you're going on a tour, you realize it says a tour. So every person that's coming on that tour, you think is the whole world here because that's how you over exaggerate everything. But that's everyone that's interested in you. So if you fill a place of 100,000 or 50,000 or 30,000, it's 30,000 of the population that's interested in Jamaican music or a specific set of people. That's 30,000 out of 50 million, 60 million. That doesn't really mean everybody know Jamaica. People need to just relax now. Why it has to be we have to be the greatest? Why can't just be we want to be at the table? Anytime we move that up at that behavior, that the greatest to the being at the table, I think we are going to be fine. Just want to be at the table. I love Usain Bolt. I love all Usain Bolt talk. But I think people don't highlight the people that's talking the truth in Jamaica. Google. I saw literally 200 people like the video. But once you put up a Dunce Badness tune, 60 million likes, 50 million, everybody I like it. Why try? If you claim to say you don't like the Dunce Badness, don't like it. Don't like it and go and like what Booga say. And then the algorithm will push it. Don't like it. You understand me? Start by the things for the better for Jamaica. Start by doing it. You get me? Start by doing it. And that's what I like. Start by doing it. And that's it. Start by doing it. And always remember, try to get to the table. Stop going like you want to be at the top of the table when you never work hard. Try to get to the table. It's always important. Get to the table and always remember, guys, always remember, working hard is not a bad thing. Majority of the times, you want to work hard to be at the place rather than just want to go at the top of the table. You know why? Because if you drop off that Ross table and you just go at the top of the table, you cannot repeat the process. You're going to be a madman by the time you reach there back. But working hard to get at the top of the table, you can always repeat that process. Remember I click this and go anytime you hear all of these motivational speakers, you're going to hear them say the same thing. Never try to run to push yourself in categories that you don't deserve to be. All right? That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you get dropped out of that category, you're going to become a lunatic because you cannot repeat the process. All right? Yes. The thing is, a lot of these artists are fooling the youth because they have their subjects but sending the wrong message out to the youths. Well, that is true. JD, I never said about overhype. I am speaking about ads on. JFF said it was a kit deal, and Adidas would provide kit for all group plus senior teams and the woman teams. So it's not a simple shirt deal. It's a simple shirt deal because everything that you just mentioned it talks about the actual shirt deal. It never told you that they're going to do anything else. But tell you what, your statements are a little bit over the top. And JD can't put other language over your own, my youth. Um, this is the problem. Still good people in Jamaica. Yes, that's what I said. Still, of course, I that's why I started it with a positive. I said I love that I saw Google coming up. You understand me? And speaking out. I'm sorry that I can't play the clip that you guys could have gone there to like the clip. Because these are the things that we need to push forward as a human being. Remember, when I leave here and there, I don't want you to get the wrong belief, I don't eat the people where talk about don't bad and say because I can't eat the people because you need people for a society to thrive. You understand me? But um, at the same time, you want to educate them, you want to change something. So it's not me eating nobody, all right? It's just black culture. Well, sometimes people can, and JD can't put no other language over your own, my youth. Most of we Jamaicans are mentally enslaved, so they put on the other over their own. It seems to be a black thing because it's happening in Africa. All right, let me dissect what you just said. And JD, you can't put no other language over your own, my youth. Um, I don't think nobody puts a language over their own. So listen to my word in Dirty Harry. First thing I've said, languages are pretty much not entitled to anyone. So nobody owns a language. That's the first thing you need to learn, Dirty Harry. Nobody owns a language. It's just a means of communication from a selective area, a closed selective area. All right. So if you want to come in and communicate to those people better, you learn learn that language. So and you need to stop this, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, because Dirty Harry, I don't think I am not trying to be as upfront, try to be certain things as what you're saying, because I think you don't know much things aside from what even with things what you're saying, you don't know, you literally don't know, but you're just so confident, Dirty Harry, but you don't know. So the thing is, language are just means of communication, period. The problem is simple, Dirty Harry. Jamaica doesn't have that. Look how nice it is. Look how nice it is. Remember, we just said Jamaica is a big thing worldwide. Jamaica don't have the pull for 700,000 people to come and learn Jamaica's language. That's the seat. So it matter. So it just show you statistically that Jamaica just doesn't have the pull that we are over magnifying. The pull of learning languages is the pull of the importance of the country. Simple. All right. So people want to learn English because they want to go into the English speaking countries to actually do their business, or they have to do transactions worldwide. So that has nothing to do with patois and don't sell out your language. So Dirty Harry, come to me with a better mentality. Don't tell me about enslaved mentality. I've enslaved myself to learning. What about that? Not enslave myself to Jamaica. What about that? Yeah, Dirty Harry, be careful, because yeah, sometimes I don't touch these topics. I don't touch these I don't touch these topics because sometimes I think people act a certain way. You get me? Um, People act a certain way. You get me? Yes, cataract. All I've said, you speak, you say a lot of things, cataract, but you're not on point. You're not on point. You say a lot of things, and you're not on point. Simple. You might seem like the problem is you're arguing because you're impulsive. You're not arguing because you're trying to find a solution to something. So the other day, come on, oh JD, when you don't know a word, you don't say it, because it's not about me wanting to learn a word. I can learn the word in my spare time and then I will repeat it the next time. It's about communicating, but you are trying to win everything. So you're impulsive and you're not realizing that. You understand me? So that is the problem. JD, Jamaica is a brand. Yes, Warrior 777. Jamaica is a brand. No one denied Jamaica is not a brand. You can be a brand, but you're not a big brand as what people says you are. So you cannot get the deal that you think you're required because it's not true. You get me? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Qatar, I will wait on a proof, and you come and say all sort of thing. Section of Africa speak Creole. Thank you very much. Um, Creole, our Creole is a language head base with a lot of languages under it. That's why I said to you, Jamaica Patois is a part of Creole. So RR, that is what we're trying to bring to the people to make them understand. Say when you hear people speak Creole, it's not necessarily Patois. You get me? I revive. So Patois is widely used in Canada and England. I revives. Who used that widely patois used phrase and used terminology, I revives. That's all I'm going to say to you. All right. So don't turn this into an anti-Jamaica thing. Turn this into an educational thing of the truth. And when we are trying to leverage certain deals, why we can't get certain deals because really and truly maybe we're not entitled to certain deals. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe we're not entitled to certain deals, and we ourselves think that we entitled to it. So all I'm just trying to say that I just want to bring it to the forefront that maybe we are not as big as what we think, and then we come out with our big chest and then force an unnecessary narrative on the JFF. So sometimes we wrongfully blame the JFF, because other people think that we are certain things that we are not, and over calculate it. And then when the JFF gets something, we said it's a bad deal. When really and truly it's a good deal, But because we are just delusional and into our head that we are the greatest, we tend to have a problem. All right. So we are JD. The truth is an offense, but not a sin. Keep preaching it. No, we're just going. We have to have the conversation. This is a place that people want to come and have a conversation. Whether they agree with me or not, I have no problem. FIFA had Jamaica Patois as a category. Well, no problem because we have people. We have a good amount of people. You understand me? But Warrior 777. All I want to tell you is the world is a big place. And in order to expand, I don't think it's saying that you're going to stick and learn only patois will get you anywhere. And anybody come to me and tell me anything otherwise is just plain lying because themselves not using patois to get them nowhere. And that's all I'm trying to do, educate my own damn people. All right? Simple as that. And the fight back from other people that's egotistic and impulsive, that is the problem because they are the ones subconsciously holding back Jamaica and not wanting to tell them truth. And when they go anywhere, they are the same liars that's trying to jump into English to try understand certain things. They are the same liars, holding back the same country, because of their impulsive, egotistic maniac behavior, And when a person come here and tell you the truth, because they're straightforward, they seem to don't want to take it. You understand me? Yeah. These Jamaicans can't even write language. Only some English speakers sound like us, but they pronounce some words different. I understand what you're saying, JD, but you have people in San Andreas Island off the coast of Colombia that speak Jamaican patois, and also black people. I'm Costa Rica with most. Yeah, but remember, Jamaican, you travel. My daughter can pronounce a few words in Jamaican, and she'll try to learn more, But you get where I'm coming from? Cataract, you're just lying to people, and I don't want to have that. I can't reason with you. You get me? I can't reason with you because you have no reason. You don't try to reason. You try to hold on to one thing, and you don't want to learn nothing. Because even people bring the proof to you, you're gonna be delusional. All right. Jamaica is a big brand worldwide. All right. What conclude something big? All right. Look, I'm gonna show you guys. Look, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna expose cataracts behavior and show that a lot of time them are the problem. Let me explain something to you. What in any context, guys, in any context of life, what you would actually say is big when you use the word big. Big. See there, big. Let me write it there. Big. What it means. What it means to you. You kind of equate big and when you say big, when you say big, remember, you're talking about the world now. You said Jamaica is a big brand worldwide. What when you use the word big, what are you trying to say? Just please you explain to me, because I'm going to expose Cataract's way of thinking, limited way of thinking. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how limited it is. All right, because sometimes he believes that he knows everything, but I'm going to show you something. When you say big just a while ago, just explain to me, and then we're going to pick up the conversation after that. We are going to pick it up after that. Big up yourself, Dr. Joyful. No, I'm not smart. I'm not smart at all. I'm just trying to find ways to improve our people. All right. Yes. Um, um, Pastor, I will send you the link. I will send you the link for the video. No problem. 1 second, yeah. Guys, I'm gonna try and get Pastor on the program. 1 second. Because these things, we have to have conversation, and I don't want. Let's start. No, it's football. It's football. We have to do these things to. No, but I said when you use the word big, what it means to you. When you say something big, because you cannot have everything big, You cannot have every country. It's not going to happen. Here, what we think here. Not every country going to be a big brand worldwide. Not every country. But when you say big, you're always putting big to the top of the bracket, right? Like you don't have out of the 200 established countries in the world, you don't have the 200 of them a big sellable culture worldwide. You understand me? I revives. You keep on saying things, but I don't think it's actually true. I don't think it's actually true. It's just not true. I'm very sorry. It's just not true, because you cannot. Even the other day, I had the same conversation with. Our vibes, you know that it's not England, Canada, and United States exists. You know that, right? You know that it's not just England, Canada, and United States exists. You have a bigger world out there. Like people, we have a bigger world out there. So when we have a conversation, we cannot just say in a Canada we have a patch of this or do that. Because remember, guys, we're not moving from the conversation. The conversation is what we can get in deals. And because of we don't have that big super brand worldwide appeal, we cannot get the same deal as Argentina. That's what I'm practically trying to say. You understand me? That's where the conversation coming from. You get me, and I hope you can understand what I'm trying to go to. You get me? So when people come and tell us, we should have gotten this and we should have gotten that, we might not deserve that because we cannot sell it. So our vibes. So you think you are going to go with Qatar and say you think that we could have get the biggest deal from Adidas? Then that's what you're going to say. Our vibes. So I'm asking if you think you can get the same big deal from that Argentina gets. Remember, we're only doing 2 hours, we're only doing 2 hours and done after that 2 hours, all right? And I never expected this part to take over the show, but we still have to do it just the same because we're trying to lean into something different, all right? So that's all I'm asking. Do you believe that we should have gotten the same big deal and we them pay for matches and pay for all sorts of foolishness? Because I think JD, stop acting like USA, UK, and Canada aren't top 10 most influential countries. Did I say that? Mad vibes. You're overseas, Mad vibes. But it looks like sometimes the virus gets you sometime, because I've never said that. I've not said we have not said that, we have not said anything like that, I'm just reasoning with you to say that is not about that's because what I think most people think that it's only these 3 countries alone exist. Majority of other things, actually other people aid in these 3 countries, but they are just the face of things, they are just the face of things. The other day when coronavirus broke out, who was one of the first persons to get the pattern? Please go and look up that. Who was one of the first persons to get the pattern? And then American owners got the pattern, but who was the first person to actually find the pattern, find the strains and get everything sorted out? Please go and check that. It was not America. You understand me? So most things happening in the world, it might seem like America is at the head and front and center of it because they're funding things, but it's not necessarily America being the head of it. Just go and research for yourself and you see the truth. Jamaica is just a bigger, Jamaica is just as big of a brand as Argentina. Our vibes. I think you are not well. You are not well. All right, and that is not true. And I can completely come out and tell you that is not true. None at all. None at all. That is not true. All right. If it's when the reason why I said, tell me what you talk as big. When you talk about something in the big, all right, you can't just move it down. Like the other day, we had this conversation behind because I'm confused, I'm confused when people speak a certain way. And sometimes I just ask the question because I want to know how I can word it when I come back around. All right. So this is the situation now. He said, big as let me put it up here, right here, right here. This is what he said. Jamaica is just as big of a brand as Argentina. All right. No, 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 no. But look at that now. Warrior 77, you just said, JD, you must realize that icons like Usain Bolt, Bob Marley put us as on map. And don't leave out Shaggy and Sean Paul as well, Warrior 777, because I think Sean Paul put us on the map just like Bob Marley and Usain Bolt worldwide. Worldwide places where most people would know about either Bob Marley and Usain Bolt, because you do have places and people that don't know about it. It's in every country. Everybody know. Maybe I think every country know about Bob Marley. Maybe not every area. Maybe not every year, because reality, some areas just listen to certain music. I'm telling you. All right. Every country know about Usain Bolt. But I can tell you that places where Sean Paul gets, places where Sean Paul gets, Usain Bolt, nor Bob Marley don't get there. I'm just telling you, guys. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, the great Bob Marley, places where I hear Sean Paul playing, Bob Marley don't get there. And I'm talking about people taking up their own CD and playing it. So, but he's still a Jamaican. So you put everybody together. Don't take out Usain Bolt and Bob Marley. Put in Shaggy and Sean Paul as well. And you can even put in, what's his name again? Jimmy Cliff. Jimmy Cliff. All right? Yes. Sean Paul did not put Jamaica on the map. Stop. Okay. You be strong. You must be a madman if you think Sean Paul don't put Jamaica on the map. You must be a madman. I will not even those comments. You don't have to subscribe. You can unsubscribe because you're clueless. You are clueless if you think Sean Paul don't. Sean Paul, listen to me. Sean Paul put Jamaica on the map just not maybe equal as Bob Marley, or not maybe, but Sean Paul put Jamaica on the map just the same. Sean Paul plays. Name the country that Sean Paul was the first. No, Sean Paul does not consist as a reggae artist. Be I strong. So can you just follow the conversation and know the people them? So why you want to jump and fighting against a person? He's a Jamaican. Man, you're talking crap. Argentina, world famous only for Maradona, Messi, Nazi, and criminal and inflation. So what are Jamaica popular for? Real Bala. And how far these things that they have transcended comparing to the things that we have, because that's how you're going to gauge the popularity. They consider dancehall / reggae the same. All right, so Sean Paul, and maybe it's not his songs, but Sean Paul songs are some of the biggest collabs, are some of the biggest songs ever listed. The songs that he's a part of are some of the biggest songs ever listed. Like, I'm not talking about Jamaicans, B.I. Strong. Sean Paul has been a part of some of the biggest songs ever listed, just period. I'm talking about songs. And he's a Jamaican. You hear me, B.I. Strong? So please, when you're talking, when you're talking about and those songs, he was not listed as a Jamaica reggae artist. He was listed as a pop slash things. You can check it for yourself, bro. So be strong. Just can you just stop, man? Let me be more sane. And it's like so you know what I'm picking up now in all of these and you know what, I've said this to someone. The reason why I think I don't want to continue certain things. Yes, I said Sean Paul and Shaggy. I said Sean Paul and Shaggy. But I okay, but I'm not arguing different points. Be as strong. You came in and never knew what my points were, and you put your own point. That's not my argument. You understand me? So I think you're just wrong. You're just trying to make your argument. You can't switch my argument from what I've said. Simple. All right. Yes. So no problem. Just have if you have your own belief, that's your own belief. But I'm telling you, Sean Paul is equally as big as Usain Bolt and Bob Marley, and influential just the same worldwide. And I'm talking actual worldwide that everyone put him in there. Dude, I love you, bro, but sometimes you come over like you inflicted with Stockholm syndrome. Okay. If you think so, all right. I was listening before I commented, and didn't put any words in your mouth. Well, no, but you're asking me something different. But I'm just telling you that Sean Paul is equally as influential, just the same worldwide, and in countries that most of them don't really play the Bob Marley. They might know of Bob Marley, but they don't play it, and they will play Sean Paul. You know, and not say country, but areas, because every country have different areas. You get me? So B.I. Strong, where is he from? When they put in the information and say Sean Paul, what the first thing will come up beside his name? Anna America. It's going to say it's a Jamaican artist. It's going to say it's a Jamaican artist in a B.I. Strong. So he's still putting Jamaica on the map in places and areas in countries that Bob Marley might not play. And maybe they don't know about Usain Bolt. So, but that is still a part of the youth doing something, because that's it. Oh, people know about Bob Marley. Him never sing about Jamaica in a half of him song them. Him never said Jamaica in a half of him songs them. Him sing, and then people look up who he is, because his word is much more touching. So he puts it together and said, all right, yes, I like this guy, so I'm going to support him. And then they look up where he's from, and that's how they learned about him, period. So I think Sean Paul is doing the same. No, okay. Well, I said countries, and then I said I brought it on. I said every country. Pull it back. I said every country might know of Bob Marley, but it's not every area might play the Bob Marley. But Sean Paul plays in a lot of those areas that Bob Marley might never even played before as well. You understand me? And it's because of what he did, because he put himself with other people, and most of those records were pretty much not revolutionary, but some of the toughest hits ever made, are especially in these times. Those are some of the biggest hits recorded period, not no artist, just recorded period. That means everybody's song. Sean Paul is amongst the elite of music selling. Maybe not his tunes, um but he's a part of it. That's all I was saying. Be as strong. So he reaches areas that maybe because you guys all come up and said yes, you have racial divide. So why do you think they're going to play a certain song if they have the choice to play a certain song? They're going to choose what they want. And Sean Paul sells different places where, which that's the reason why most of the Jamaicans them just don't take him. Okay, cause when you say he put Jamaica on the map, you're saying they never heard of Jamaica. No, but I be as strong. I literally said maybe every country know of Bob Marley, but some maybe don't choose to play him, and then some of those same people actually play Sean Paul, not directly because of Sean Paul, but because of the other people that he made the songs with, and those songs got so big, they can't not play it because he's on it. You understand me? So by that way, he gets into doors that most never got, and it still put Jamaica on the map. You understand me? Yes, it still put Jamaica on the map just the same. You understand me? Yeah, that's what I was saying. All right, so let me move on. Um, yes, I think we argue different points, but I was just trying to say that Sean Paul, Shaggy, I think we don't give them the same respect like how we can jump and say Usain Bolt and Bob Marley. I think when we are doing that, when we are talking about Usain Bolt and Bob Marley, Sean Paul has to be in it just the same, just the same, just the same. That dude, that dude, I'm telling you, he's big, and it's just because you don't have a proper way to tell you how big he is. You understand me? But a lot of Jamaicans would be shocked to know how big he is as an artist. All right. Um. Real baller said Bob Marley on of the Beatles. What? No, real JD. Jamaicans will always be prominent because we are creative people. Um. Yeah, but Warrior. What I don't think you guys got what I'm always saying here. I try to stop because I don't see Jamaica different from Africa. Africans, I don't majority of our like the Ghanaians and the Sierra Leones and the Nigerians, I don't see Jamaica different from them. Jamaicans different from them because we are descend majority of us because people said it's Jamaica out of many one people or yeah, I understand, but majority of our black Jamaicans, which I think majority of those are the ones that you're trying to refer to. I don't know, but if that's so, I don't see we different from the Ghanaians, the Nigerians. You understand me? Because they were before us. You understand me? That's how we became Jamaicans. So I don't understand what gives us in Jamaica the different creativity from the Nigerians and the Ghanaians that were before us. That's why I've always said I don't want to be a top of the room. I just want to be a part of the room and educate myself to sustain myself at the top. You understand me? So I want you, Warrior and 777, to explain to me why you said JD Jamaica will always be prominent because we are creative people. So what happened to the Nigerians? Why we can't just say we black people overall we just give we just give a different style and flavor then, so makes us always in need. Why it has to be Jamaica? Because in the same Caribbean we have black people just the same, and we share the same location in the Caribbean. So what makes Jamaica different from the other places? That's what these are things I don't know, so that's why I always ask, because so sometimes it come off wrong, but I just ask because I don't know. I want to learn. You get me? The Little Poor Island produced the fastest man ever, fastest woman ever, Bob Marley and dreadlocks amongst the beach, amongst the best beaches. Okay. All right. So what that says, real baller, that says that you found some talents which all of the other countries are entitled to talents and might produce way more sustainable talents over a longer period. But because they weren't the fastest one, you don't acknowledge them. That's what you're saying, basically, a real baller. Because remember, before Usain Bolt, where were those fastest people winning all of the gold medals for the 20 odd years I've been watching the track and field? Don't tell me that people that fight against Jamaica, where were those players? So these are the things I always try to ask because we want to learn something when we leave the Imaxit program, because that's what we want. It's not a Jamaica fighting thing, it's just a learning thing. The Western world mean any and Europe is very influential and JA benefits from that. Okay. Mad vibes. Sean Bass, big up yourself. Mbappe said we already athletic. We need to incorporate more technical training starting from youth coming up. Fair enough. Did this man just say Jamaica produced dreadlocks? He said Jamaica produced dreadlocks. No, but remember, that's why we turn it into this program so we can learn, because some things I don't know. I don't come here and act like I'm the know it all of all thing. I just give you my point, and if you don't like my point, you come back. You understand me? With something else, and then I have to go back and learn. You understand me? Because I don't know. You get me? So real baller, you said that we invented dreadlocks. So please, someone a challenge in the chat. So please let me know if Jamaica actually invented dreadlocks. All right? Yes. All right, so we have Lansdy. What are you saying, Lansdy? Because this show was destined for 2 hours, just one of my videos to come back to have a conversation. And it should have been a calmer one, but from I started off with I don't really condone certain things. It just took a different turn. But it's still informative just the same, and hope people can differentiate the difference between it or try to seek knowledge, because I am trying to seek knowledge. You understand me? And sometimes people try to spin these things into it, which because they can't comprehend much things, and that's what I'm trying to do. Um,
I want to start with the very last one. Jamaica could not have invented dreadlocks when Jamaica, as a sovereign state, became independent in 1962? In Bible times, BC times, there were dreadlocks in Palestine. That's the first one.
okay.
When people are talking about issues, they need to use clearly defined words and terms rather than speak from their emotions, which lead to a lot of ambiguity and
Mhm.
falsehood.
Yes.
So, dreadlocks was from BC era, from Bible time, not created in the sovereign state of Jamaica. A part of our African heritage gives us dreadlocks, and this, with other factors, gave us Rastafarianism. So, if you want to say that Rastafarianism predominantly came out of Jamaica,
Yeah.
you could make
Just
a
finish what
case for that,
yeah. Yeah.
but you cannot make the case that dreadlocks was developed in Jamaica or began in Jamaica. That's totally false. That's one. If you want to hit onto something else, and then I come back with the patois argument that I heard
Yes.
going out,
Steve,
then do that.
Steve says, host, if you don't know what put Jamaica apart from the rest of the world, it's not a good look for your history lessons. All right. Well, the problem is, Steve, what people says to me, Steve, when I go overseas and try to run my own survey, I'm not seeing the same, because true, we have a tendency to exaggerate a lot, which is true. I think you would have admitted that as well. We have a tendency to exaggerate a lot and a lot of things. Maybe I took the wrong points and then try to run my survey, and it just don't come off well. So that's why when I came back and just asked these things, because look, Steve, the problem is the other day when I'm here, I heard a person came on, like, and then four people back it up, like Cataract said, we are having a discussion because let me just read it, because you open a big can of worm, the topic of language. Cataract, I know you're wrong, and I'm 100,000% know you're wrong. You understand me? Because you don't know nothing about language, and I'm not asking you. You don't, even when you think you know, you don't know. You know why? Because you don't open up your soul towards nothing else. You come, the only way you can understand certain things is unless you can come to it natural and pure, and you're not natural and pure towards these conversations. You're always coming in from a deluded state, and I'm not asking, I'm telling you. So you don't know as much. You think you know as much, but I am not going to further that, because this is not a one-on-one with me and you. If you want me to go at that, I can, and I don't have to do it publicly, because I make a different YouTube channel for that, and we talk about you, the cataract, so you can get all the limelight of the cataract. But this is a football one. All right, yes. So Steve, the problem is, the other day someone said to me, yes, JD. Um, Yes, JD. Jamaica one of the brightest and have highest education and everything. So my said me and my bridge in the thing because me I try to understand because the problem is people don't understand. Look, so the problem is Steve. The problem. Let me put up this Steve. So see the problem is I have been accepted in parts that majority of the other guys them never have been accepted in. You understand me? So I try to learn things. So if I don't know, at least I'm honest to tell you that I don't know. So when I go places, and I want to brag about Jamaica and certain things, at least I'm accurate on what I'm bragging about, not just come up and make up story, and then it's wrong, and then I look stupid. You understand? You understand me, Steve? So hope you understand where I'm coming from. So I always try to learn, then I write it down, and then come back. But you see, from the fact you question something in a Jamaica, your bad mind, and you're bringing on the country all sorts of madness. You understand me? And that is a part I want to pass because you have people trying to learn every day because we don't know everything. Not everybody know everything. Only in this Jamaican category, um, only in this Jamaican category, when I come here, people type like they know everything on planet Earth. You understand me? And I'm saying, but that's not possible. It's not possible. So let we try and actually learn everything, or learn as much we can. Yeah, that's all. So me, I'm just trying to learn from everybody, just the same. All right. Yes. So hope you understand, Steve. You don't know what you're talking about, Pastor. I hate people with this stupid self-defeating mindset. True, I said to you, I want to be at the table. I don't want to be rush to the top of the table. Yeah, that's a defeating mindset, Pastor. I'm a real baller, and I said I want to work hard to reach at the top of the table so I can repeat the process and continue to repeat the process. Well, real ball, I think that's what put me where I am today, because I thought that if I went to the top of the table instant, um, I might could have not repeat no processes of nothing. Things that I've learned in Jamaica, I'm still doing it today in Belgium. You understand me? And I think it's solely based off me can repeat the process because of the way I try to translate things. Yeah, and that is the same thing I came on YouTube to do, to learn. So that's why I ask you straight up that I don't know it, real baller. I don't come and even when I'm trying to learn something, I beat around the bush and act like I know it when I'm trying to gain the information because I am so prideful. I am not prideful. I am not prideful enough to tell somebody that I don't know it. But one thing, when I do know it, it's going to be recorded and I'm going to use it in the next conversation. You know, Warrior 77 said, JD, also you're one of the most popular YouTuber, and it shows your creativity. Other football YouTubers will never be popular because they just don't have it. But I think, Warrior, it's because of my simple behavior of how I've just talked make people like me, because that simple means I can go into every table and learn the actual truth about things, not just make up the truth, make up the perceived truth. You understand me? Yes. For my information, who do you what do you brag about regarding to Jamaica? The things that I can physically prove, that I think that we have good drive, which I know that, Pastor. If you're shouting and you're sneezing, I know that you're sick, but you have to mute the mic. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. So the drive, when people ask me about Jamaicans, I said the drive, um, the hard work, especially the people that reach the top. The hard work, I like that, because I truly believe that what we should have done in Jamaica is to document what Usain Bolt did to reach the top, because people think Usain Bolt was just great. I am talking about how hard Usain Bolt work, and when I said it, no people laugh, because I said just because they overhyped the wins of Usain Bolt and not his hard work, people would perceive that, oh, Jamaicans are just great. Not about Usain Bolt is great and the additional hard work. Who know about Usain Bolt when he run and everybody ran past him? He was the same height. He was 1 year younger. but people run past him. But no one talked about that. That was his failure. That was his moment to learn and his drive to not want to lose. You understand me? But no one sells that. And then Boss Thomas came to me and said, JD, you know that the thing that you talk about Usain Bolt over and over, Usain Bolt said it about himself. And I said, you see it? So people listening to what I'm saying. People actually listening to what I'm saying. And then when it repeats different places, they come back and give me my respect. Maybe not everybody, but some people come back and give me my respect because it's how it is. I think the reason why we gone down this bad part of we just desperate to be just the best of everything. And how we talk, we're almost borderline delusional to a certain extent. It's solely based off they saw Usain Bolt win, Shelley and Fraser win, and certain people are winning in life, but they don't look at what the people did to be winning in life, and they don't actually push that forward. I saw a clip of Jude Bellingham. You know the first thing they talk about Jude Bellingham, Pastor, is not where he is today, where he's coming from. So they need to start sell where the people are coming from. So people
JD,
in hard work rather than the instant gratification. You understand me?
can I interject on that point?
Yeah, continue.
I'm going to use a different sport altogether to deal with that point. I still want to go to the patois argument, but I'm going to just speak on this one. Brian Charles Lara, I don't like him, but you have to give Caesar his due. Brian Charles Lara has the highest individual score in cricket,
Mm-hmm.
501.
Mm-hmm.
He has the highest test score, 400.
Mm-hmm.
People do not talk about Brian Lara's 501 preparation for 501.
Mm-hmm.
They do not talk about him suffering from fatigue, from not sleeping, because they are only dealing with the finished article, the 501 itself. Before Brian Lara got to 501, at 2 a.m., the morning of the test match, before he got into the 400, 500 region, he could not sleep. He got out of his bed and he went to the nets with the bowling machine, and he was there for hours. He batted and soaked his clothes in the cool of the early morning. When everybody else was getting up to warm up, Brian Lara was already suffering from fatigue because he could not allow himself to sleep. These things are not broadcast. So people see 501. There is no other player in cricket history that I know of that bats for 2 full days, day and night.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you that. I've said that to say this. There are many persons in Jamaica who possibly are more technically equipped to run faster than Usain Bolt. But Usain Bolt's confession that he does not like training, they don't tell you. His coach got into his psyche, and so he was willing to put in the work to get to where the coach told him he could get to. And notice this, the moment he could stop training, he did. Because it's not something that he likes. And ask all of the top flight athletes, not just in Jamaica, across the entire world, and they will tell you, most of them don't like training, JD, but the
Yeah,
goal
but
they have in
saying,
mind
saying they don't like
propels them.
training, that does
They
not
don't
mean they
like
don't.
training,
But
but
that
the
doesn't mean they
training
don't.
that is required, hold on, the training that is required to get to the goal to which they aspire,
Yes.
they do it if you quantify what is required to achieve certain goals, 90% of who come on this platform and talk would never strive to do nothing if they look at the work that is required to get there. And that is why a lot of people selling these narratives do not speak to the volume of work that is required to get to anywhere we're going to go in life. I will,
Yeah,
JD,
yeah. So
I, I, I came
because
to America. I came to America and I go out on a fishing boat. I don't have fin nor skill. I am not wearing a life jacket, and we're fishing for lobsters and stone crab claws on waters 250 feet deep. If the rope hits your foot and one of those trawl traps take you off the boat, you're not coming back. The work you put in to achieve what you want to achieve, 9 out of 10 times, is not presented for people to see. And that is why they could not relate to you saying that Sean Paul and Shaggy is to be as valued as Usain Bolt and Bob Marley, where they have carried brand Jamaica.
Yeah, but that's how I said, Pastor. I'm just gonna make sure I just answer this. So Warriors 777 says Jamaicans are generally hardworking people. I don't understand JD's point, but maybe you're not following it, Warrior, because clearly Usain Bolt saw the similar things that I've been saying as well. Because obviously every interview of any prominent person in Jamaica, they have to ask them what they can do to get the country back certain ways. So you said Jamaicans are generally hardworking people. Um, we still have
Which
hard work.
generation of Jamaicans?
Pastor, let me finish. Let me finish the pastor, man. Because on a main argue or nothing. You are do your point and me I do my point. So all I'm saying, Warrior, is we started this conversation with the Duns badness not generation, but the Duns badness taking over Jamaica. You get me? Obviously, we still have the good youths them doing their thing, but it's overshadowing those youths, and it's much more pushing those others forward. So you have more of those people in prominent limelight than the normal hardworking ones that we expected to see, warriors. And you see those persons, they don't want to work for nothing. They want to get up tomorrow. They want to do scamming so they can get to the top. Everything if we get to the top tomorrow, Warrior 77. I am not asking you, it's a fact. It's a fact. Everything what they know what them dunce badness people, they want to get to the top tomorrow morning. So a boat get that's 20 years of work. They want to get it tomorrow. So they want to scam in, killing every single thing to get it, Warrior. I can't believe I have to explain this to you, Warrior. Yes. So the problem is now, Warrior. The problem is now, Usain Bolt and we know, the person them want Jamaica to be better. Have to come out and try to say, yo, I know, so we get it. We have to work hard for it. So that's why me always a push say people we don't want to get nothing overnight. If I win the lotto overnight, I'm okay to take it. But I want to learn how to work hard and find it, and reach the top. You know why? Because I can repeat the process if I do get off the pedestal the next time. That's what I've always said. And because people heard Usain Bolt come and talk about it 6-7 months. Once people hear other people talk about it, what I'm saying, which people said I'm a madman for, they come back to me and say, John or JD, you're actually right, because I heard Usain Bolt saying the same thing, And the next thing what we should factor in, when we have these cultures, Warrior 777, the problem is now them only care about the instant gratification. So if Usain Bolt win a race, a race, if they are with him, And then as he loses a race, they're against him. You get me? Obviously, you can say other countries are like that, but Jamaicans are extreme when they come on to that behavior. The nowadays Jamaicans, because of the same behavior of wanting instant gratification today, they not just push it to themselves, but push it on the expectations of others as well. Because remember, they are gonna have it to say that we're the greatest of everything. So that's why I said this greatness of everything talk should just die down and just want to be at the table and give who has succeeded their credit. But this overly great and overly top class and also a thing, which I know it's not true, I will not sell to people. I will sell to people. We are hardworking people. We have people that excels because of their own hard work. And we have people that might be potentially good enough, just like every other country. But I'm not going to come here and say Jamaica better than no other country, because I don't think no other country better than Jamaica, and I don't think Jamaica better than no other country. It's all down to your hard work, what you're willing to ready to do. Stop take Usain Bolt credit for put on your own self. No, that not only hold you down. It's not going to motivate you in this nowadays time with the behavior where we have going forward and say we're great. If we go with attitude that we are great, it not reach. Look, guys. If in the world, if you say they know everything, you stop learns. The man that knows everything, stop learns. So it's simple. You have to acknowledge where you are in life and just be honest to yourself. You understand? We have a lot of deficiencies on a worldwide scale. Let we try to focus on those things and just keep on moving. Usain Bolt fulfill the dream, being one of the biggest runners ever to do this thing. He works hard. That is Usain Bolt's accomplishment, not Jamaica being great accomplishment. The man work hard. So that is one of the Jamaicans them that showcase that hard work can put Jamaica to the greatest heights. That's the way we should word it. Not Jamaica being better than everybody. No. Not Jamaicans being better than everybody. No. A Jamaican worked very hard and become the best of everyone in the world. Yes. So you put the next one, you put the next room for someone else to grow in. You don't just make it be Jamaican better than everybody else. You get me? And that's where you sell the wrong concept to people. The worst of the Duns generation. Like not no, sorry, I'm not gonna say the Duns generation. The Duns badness people that's appreciating what they're doing to the country now, which is destroying the country. You understand me? And they're using these narratives to sell it. So I hope you understand, because I'm not going to repeat this back again, but that's what I meant when I'm talking about this. Something that I thought about for a long while, and I realized that other people in Jamaica coming out and saying the same thing. All right? I same thing as what I'm saying, because they realize what's causing the problem in our society, and sometimes it's just based on just the wording and the over delusional symptoms that we're pushing these people that can't process certain things cause the problem. You get me? Because a part of being great, you have to be able to actually communicate at some point, even the same department that you're doing the thing here, you have to be able to communicate. If you can't communicate, it's very hard for you to do anything. You understand me? Yes. So which part of them dunce badness people are great? Which part of that the dunce badness clique? Which part of them great? Because them can't really communicate. They can't do nothing. So which part of them great? So what image that I show for Jamaica? It not show say Jamaica great. It a show the opposite. It's only it's maybe this dunce badness is the only thing they're good for is just propaganda. They just run and flock to all of their foolishness, what their friends sells, and damage the image of the country. So when a true Jamaican want to go to college now, work hard, and their CXC and everything to go to college now, because that them scamming and also I think they made the visa get harder for them to achieve. No one wants to do business with Jamaica. You understand me? So yeah, that's where I'm trying to get it to. You understand me? Yes. People believe Jamaica is falling apart. We've one of the best stock market in the world, the best tourism and growing well, again, all right. So what I'm gonna do, you see, because I don't know about the stock market, if I tell you the truth about the stock market, warrior, I will come back to you on that one. All right. The best tourism in the world, I will come back to you on that one. I will bring you because when I talk about the best, I think the best will have to be out of a certain amount of number. So I will bring those to you. You get me? It is bad to be patriotic. Why can't you claim Jamaicans are the greatest? No, our vibes. You need to listen. Our vibes. You need to listen. You need to listen. Our vibes. So if you just listen to what I'm saying, our vibes, I don't think you would have asked that question because I made it very, very clear. Our vibes, you're dealing with people and you're sending messages. So if you're famous and you're putting out words out there, you have to be careful of what you're putting out. Because if you have a culture of certain people around the country now, it's not going to turn out well. And if you don't listen to those things, maybe you're going to create fast a part of the problem. All right, you're going to become a part of the problem very fast. All right, if you don't understand what I'm saying, our vibes, this sitting to always want to protect. Jamaica is just a part of the world, just the same. Jamaica is nowhere special than Jamaica is just a part where with them dump we off as slave. That's the truth about Jamaica. Africa, we should have trumped the bits of Africa, but we not trumped the bits of Africa. So why are we so what do you call it? Why are we so up in
JD,
our skins? It's
JD,
just a
some of
piece of
us
land.
cannot trump the bits of Africa alone, JD, because we are rape get. The Bakamas are rape with mothers, with grandmothers and great grandmothers. People like me did not come from Africa with my complexion. I am as a result of the European slave masters raping off the African slave girls. And
Pastor,
so you
pastor, you
can't
get me?
trump the bit.
Pastor, my video gonna get blocked, bro. If you say certain
Who
words,
that?
they are going to block the video. They are
Oh,
going to block
Jesus.
the video.
All right. Let me not deal with that. We have the fastest man in the world. We have the second fastest man, the man tied for the second fastest time in the world. But does Usain Bolt and Johan Blake, being the two fastest persons, males in the world, make Jamaicans the fastest people in the world? Because the same Jamaican team with the fastest woman alive and the second fastest woman alive and the fastest woman alive in the 200 meters and the second fastest woman alive in the 200 meters lost the 4x1 relay to United States. So is the fact that we possess the champions of the world in certain disciplines equivalent to Jamaicans being champions of the world? It is not the whole country that is the fastest man in the world. It is not the whole country that is the fastest woman alive in the world. JD, people need to contextualize what their statements that they're making, especially in the international space where we have a
That's
lot of children.
that's exactly what I'm trying to send to I
You
revise
have
because
been saying it.
you have people that think that you're bad minding when you are the actual one that talk the truth. That's all. Me does not understand. Mad Vibe says the top guys, we're gonna finish the show very soon. So if you just come and be a part of it, please do smash the like button. We will have to do a part 2 of this, but I don't know when, because as I've said, I'm gonna make a computer because I want a faster one to push exactly what I want, because I do set standards and it's not reaching my standard. Maybe it's way higher than normal average, but it does not do the things that I want it to do. I want it to do more. You understand me? Yes, I want more. So I am going to work on that for a few days. So if you don't see me, don't think that I'm mad in my own brain cells and all sort of thing, yes. So anyways, Warrior says, JD, it's just a few Jamaicans causing problems and making us look bad. Warrior, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something here. Yeah, I would have. You see, if I never knew the truth, I would have took you up on this conversation to say that it's just a few. Warrior, it's Warrior. You know, we are actually trending towards the highest crime rate in the world. Warrior, we are battling between first and third for the longest, and they made certain chop and change in other countries, and it's actually cutting down. And then we start tapping going up, because obviously when they're doing the calculation, they have to calculate the amount of people in a country as well to go down to the actual rate. And you know that Jamaica is up there with the toughest in the world, people that have some serious problems in their countries. All right. So it don't take just a few to do these things. You understand me? And at the same time, we have to kind of put, when you talk about the bad name, in a Canada, the baddest groups them in a Canada, I've watched around 3 documentaries. Jamaicans are at the top elm of them. In England, especially London, Jamaicans are at the top elm of them. You understand me? And I would not say America because I don't know much about America. All right. So I think Warrior, it passed the few now. It's a lot. And because we're doing it worldwide now, it's giving the bad image to say that is the right image. And that's what I don't want. I want people to think that they can be like me as a Jamaican, come out of the body area, but still can try to reason out things and try to want the best for the other kids them, and try to work for the other kids them and stuff them and have a plan. You know, yes, that's all I'm saying. The other day, what you see happen, I heard two Jamaicans made the news. They went over to kill 2 men in Florida, and that was the headline of the news. And they just left Jamaica a couple weeks or a couple months. Am I lying? And I'm not lying, it's on big American TV. So really and truly, every single thing that Jamaica, majority of the things that Jamaica making the news for, nowadays, it ain't good, Warrior. I don't know if you're actually checking the worldwide. It ain't good at all. The other day, my little family died in Canada, and it's because of some Jamaican war in a Canada. Uh, One of the worst crime rate in history in Canada there. And my little family just coming from work, just got a job. He left my auntie's house in a different area and moved to a little bit worse area, but he thought that Jamaicans were in the area. And how bad it is that youth is just a football person. They'll never go to a road, just went to buy something at the supermarket, and they come to shoot someone and shot him and kill him as well. All right. And that's a Jamaican feud in Canada. You understand me, Warrior? So these things affect me as a kid, growing up, design me to be exactly who I am, So when I'm here talking, this is not any age of Jamaica. This is me want to see a next kid don't have to grow up at 5 years old, have PTSD long time, because you see 5, 10 people died from 5 years old. And it just keep on multiplying for years coming. You understand my mad vibe? So, even Warrior. So it's my conversation never come from no hatred side. It's always from a love and want others to get the opportunity. So I want to make sure they know what they're gonna come abroad, come face, and not the propagandists that them run and come and tell you everything great. Because I came here with other guys that came here and had the perceived notion to think that Jamaica is the greatest thing and everybody to bow to them. Right now, them good at bow, and them good at do a lot of things in life. You understand me? But me sure know 1000%. What I've realized to be successful in this country, they don't have that it factor, and I know that they are nowhere. And I don't even have to call them. I just know, because I know that if you're not going to do what is outlined to do, you can't achieve it. There's no other possible way. You understand me? Yeah. So I don't necessarily need to check. You understand me? And I'm telling a Warrior, every country these little kids leave to, they believe that madness, what these people, that's why I don't like some of them when they come here and spread them narrative here. And I'm gonna, in the new year, I'm not gonna talk too much most of them with them over egotistic narrative here, because them send the little pit them in a bad level. So enough of them not have the strong brains like other people think for themselves, and them send the youth them down a wrong road, and a whole heap of people died because of them stupid rhetoric here from some like a dumbass people, because they want money. They want money. You get me? And them use them looking slick, manipulative words. And them not say nothing much. You understand me? My born and grow. Brown violence. My born and grow around death. So what me can come here and I tell people about? For more people are dead? Me not fair come tell people about how to live. Because me no one of the perfect person for sure you say you can survive, you know. Out of some of the worst times, you know. So what you expect me for come and tell you about? Tell you about Jamaica the greatest? Greatest in a what? Greatest, me can't tell you that. Me have to tell you what me know. I'm have to sell you the positive at the same time, the end of the road. And the end of the road is if you do the hard work, you will get it. You understand me? So I'm not gonna come here with no other metric. This is the only metric. Mr. Blake, I'm not going to answer you. Me don't need to pick up my phone. Me don't need to find you. Me don't need to look for you because you're not first. That is a problem. The 80 people in there so watch, you think say more than them, and that's a problem. Me never see a rascal. What wrong with it, Dan? What wrong with it, man? What wrong? This is sit down, man. I'm telling you, man. Enough, man. Enough, man. Enough, man. It's too much, man. You always see yourself alone because that's the way you think. Me no want to hear you have to say because you're not going to say nothing. You're going to help kill off people, pitney. That's a problem. You're going to help kill off people, pitney. That's a problem. I'm a done talk. Because that's a problem. Your ego too big, man. You always think about yourself. No care where you go up on planet Earth, you think about yourself. And that is proven by your action. So don't tell me no foolishness, man. Real ball, JD, stop it, bro. Somalis are more of a problem. No. Real baller, I've talked about one part that I have written statements about what happened. So I just gave you my actual information, real baller. All right. So you can't say what I'm saying is lie. If you said Somalis are more of a problem, no problem, a real baller, because you're there. I'm not going to challenge you, but I can challenge you on what I know. And I've just said what I know. I don't in no problem with no cataract statement. Me no want to come on a YouTube channel I argue with no man. If cataract want to talk, in problem I'm a counteract. Just like when tell people say, me a racist, me I live with white people and me I suck up to white people. Him can go up on a different channel to do that. Just the same. All right? Everybody have them free speech and talk. Me just want to show me I say, I'm a done talk. All right, me not come here for an argument, no man, and a back and forward and come tell me what you want to argue. That's the way you do cataract. That's the way you do for your life. You argue back and forward with people. Me no need to with you. Simple. Cause you think you know, you hear you already know where you can challenge. You think, and that's where you lose because you're going to everything for one to win. You don't want to make a point, you want to win. And majority of the time you think you know, but people laugh after you, bro. So just relax yourself, man. Relax yourself, man. I'm telling you, man. Go past and this and that. Just stop with your segregation, man. I'm telling you, man. No, Decolad. I'm just here talking about some things. Trying to go to some development thing, but maybe just because I said sometimes some people come here and spin narratives because the reason why the conversation get to this point is due to the fact that I'm saying Jamaica is not as big as what you think, so Jamaica cannot get certain money, and sometimes you put unnecessary judgment on the JFF. It looked like it touched his core because maybe he's the one that's pushing a narrative because he goes in every conversation to only win, not to have a point, not to educate nobody. You understand me? So to me, go say that now, it looks like it touched his core because he thinks I'm defending the JFF. For what reason? I want from the JFF? I want from the JFF? So look at that hurt him feeling. So he might try to jump on other topics for say this and that. Yo, brother, you're all right, man. My born in Jamaica just like if you born in Jamaica, like, me even know, you know. Me don't know nothing about nobody. But me know my born in Jamaica and me know so me talk for other youths. That's all. If you not think of me as make no sense, keep it to you.
JD, on the issue of the size of brand Jamaica, when you say Jamaica's brand is big,
And we are going 30, yeah? We are going to
yeah,
50.
I keep saying on the program, when you're talking about certain things, people in the comments, you need to be responsible enough. Big is a comparative word. So if you're going to say brand Jamaica is big compared to what brands?
Thank you very much. And that's how
The
they
last,
manipulate,
the
especially like
last,
him,
the
Qatar.
last, the
That's
last, the last.
that's all. No possible. You don't even have a continue. That's exactly what I'm saying. And every civilized human being in every other language, that's the first thing I'm gonna say. Comparable to what? So for you tell me that now, I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna see if it's true. I'm gonna say yes. Jamaica is a big brand comparable to that. You not say nothing. You just come with a broad brush of paint and fool a bag of fools, and think you say nothing when you not say nothing at all. And a dunce
Here's what
people.
they should be saying. Here's what they should be saying.
Man,
Jamaica's major drawing point in the international market is not our size. It is the uniqueness of Jamaica's brand that makes Jamaican brand valuable, not the size of it. The
relevant.
uniqueness of it.
Relevant. That is
That is what gives us relevance.
if you come and tell me that now, I will understand. But you want to come Jamaica, big brand, big brand. So when you say big brand, me I say no, well no. When I say big brand now, me know I listen to the wording we are coming out from you now. The wording is Jamaica's a big brand. So me I say what me no know, what I don't know, and what I don't know. What happened with Jamaica? We no know. Me not understand because we are such a big brand, but we are borrow money and we lack a whole heap of things. So please make me understand. So put some
But
context to
JD,
it.
remember the other day we had the conversation on the platform
No,
where
but
Adidas budget is.
Pastor, remember, people listen. So me I try, me I try to put it in a word where people can digest it. Because
Okay.
sometimes when you say certain things, a lot of them just, oh, you eat this and you eat that. Them not got to know no educational thing and I realize, say, I try put context to something what we not do. We exaggerate a lot. We don't really talk. Even when something could have go say no, just the way we express it, it not gonna way like that, and people think we are sell fake news. So I want to understand. So provide the actual facts. Him not provide nothing. Him just come in the chat. Oh, I use a bag of words because him thinks him can fool people, and him talk about him don't culture them and one bag of foolishness, and then I'm telling them man, but I come in the foolishness and about challenge. Me no depend it with them man. I come on the channel for do a video on a statement and done. And then my sister take on something and I know so people can listen sometimes and me can help out a person at the same time why me I do it and that me do it for me not do it for come and talk to cataract because me just like me think me not think me and nobody just like I think nobody and nobody everybody work hard and everybody equal so everybody come on this platform I respect equally. So that's why I do my shows to interact with everybody's comment because everybody is equal. You understand me? Simple. And that's some look on it. Me not need to come war with you and yourself alone. All right? Yes. Too hype, man. The ego is too big. The ego is too big, man. The ego is too big. Flavor Max says, Flavor D Son said, JD, you're right. I live in Canada and Jamaicans are most violent people here. But someone says the Somali as well, which is something where I'm learning. It's something that I'm learning as well. So that is good. That's all we can share knowledge. You said the Somalis are bad. I can go to my auntie now and said, oh, the Somalians are bad as well. You heard that Somalians. So one if that is what's up as well, really inflating the crime as well. There and stuff. So me learn something more. You get me? Me I listen for learn. You get me? Me not listen for come and war with everybody. Me they are Belgium and I act like me know more in a Canada than Belgium. Me they are Jamaica and me never pass the ship. But yet them act like me know everything. Yeah, me still finish in 30 minutes. Me never pass the ship and act like me know in more than everybody else in every other country. It don't make no logical sense, guys. And it's because of these behaviors from certain people that we look up to. And that's why we just keep and push that narrative. You get me? Yes, BI is strong. That is true. JD, the man, now tell you, I say fully done to them. No, me not busy. Me not busy. Me kind of stop. Me zone out where I'm saying. Me done. Here is the issue. Brian Might says, okay, look here. I love that. Look here. Richard Green, the Jamaican brand is one of the biggest brand in the world. Richard Green, and that's where the problem lies. because you're going to say that, and I am going to say I don't know. So provide me with those logics, and then I can do that. But I will never come out and say that because I am not
JD,
even percent in truth to believe it's true. You
JD,
understand me? That's all. Which I agree.
JD. Let me finish the
What's
point I was making, which is
yeah,
related to that statement.
but I'm gonna go back to you, Pastor. Let me just go through the
Okay.
comments and then Real Baller said big to its size and effect on the world's. No, don't put up. No, you're not gonna put a disrespectful comment, and I'm gonna put it up. No, I don't sell that. Real Ballet can talk without being disrespectful because this is a conversation. So if you're gonna come out a character and being disrespectful to him, that doesn't make sense. Real Baller. So rewrite the thing, and I will put it right there. All right. Here is the issue. We can be proud Jamaicans, patriotic, but admit our country had issues and need fixing. Simple as that. Real Baller said, JD, no wonder you come from Suriname. All right, then. Yes, maybe that is true. And maybe me needed to come from Suriname and maybe me would avoid all them problem and them challenges with other people. You know, Kevin Jones. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. The
You would be
argument is not.
accepted in Netherlands.
Yes, the argument is not that we are the biggest brand. The fact is that we are a brand. No, that was not the argument, Warrior. It's because of a manipulative person come in the chat and spin the whole circle. All I've said is Jamaica was not enough bigger brand to get the same pull as Argentina. So if someone think that Jamaica is a bigger brand than Argentina, someone said it, okay. No problem, no problem. I never knew that. I thought that Argentina was a bigger brand, you know, but they said it's Jamaica is a bigger brand. And I said, okay, no problem. All right. So that means Jamaica is entitled to do these things. You get me? Jamaica is entitled to these big contracts from Adidas and stuff. No problem. But I never saw it that way. So I thought that the JFF did a good job to get what they had gotten from Adidas, you know. So that was the conversation it started from, you know. Warrior, it never can start from nowhere, you know. And because I said nobody in the world know patois. Nobody in the world know patois. So when I said that now, him no, because he want to win a conversation. Oh, the Japanese learn patois. So me say out of the 125,000,700,000, find the 700,000 that speak patois. Since that is the situation. So that is what I'm trying to say. You get me? That's all. You get me? I tell you what, I don't know, and you can't tell me the metric. The last time, these are the same guys, most of the same guys that tell me that Jamaica are one of the brightest country in the world. And then we use the metric, three of the metrics. I never got all of the metrics. Literacy, IQ, and the actual passing grade. And I don't scale it to the Caribbean. The Caribbean, you know, not the world, you know. And Jamaica was nowhere near the top in the Caribbean. So it's hard for me to listen and then they're not putting context to nothing because they are the ones that gave me the three talking points, which is literacy, IQ, and the passing grade. You would have contextualized those things to put into the brightest, don't? Right or not, Pastor? Because that's the thing that they gave me. I wanted
Those
at
are fair
least,
metrics to use.
but
Those
I
are fair
wanted,
metrics to use.
no, I wanted more. I wanted more because I wanted
There are more,
to hear this
JD.
thing.
JD. There are more that could be used. However, if you use those,
No,
JD,
no, but no,
1959. Look at
Pastor,
this. Look at this.
no, if there is more pasta, you provide the other more. You understand me? Because we want to put all the metrics on it to see
But the
where it's coming.
more is not going to help their statement,
No,
JD, and that's why they are not going to give you.
it don't matter.
JD,
We want the more. We
JD,
want all of the more
in
so we can.
1959, hold on, in 1959, Fidel Castro taking over Cuba, Jamaica was one of the education centers of the world.
Mm-hmm.
In 1990, when you run parallels between Jamaica and Cuba, Cuba was computer literate.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica were only affording 13 out of each 100, 13%. reaching tertiary level education.
Mhm.
And of the 13% tertiary level education, only 75% of them were fully computer literate. What does
Yeah,
that tell you for being bright?
but Pastor,
We regressed.
Pastor, Pastor, I never want to touch an argument, because this is a different story, a 4 hour argument. All I
Oh
just want,
Lord.
so what I want, guys, everybody that's watching this, give me a metric how we can come together to like a 5-part metric where we can put it, summarize it together, and said these are the things that evaluates a country's brightest, like in a scale. Like that's what you use to put on
Brightest
a scale.
minds.
Yes, but what the world uses is the literacy from your country, obviously because you have to exercise it. All right, your IQ naturally because the IQ kind of help you towards how fast you learn and how fast you adapt. To be honest, so all of them kind of coincide because look, your IQ is the vast rate of how you can learn and the possibility of how you can learn and the range of how you can learn. The literacy,
The
the
scope.
IQ.
The scope of your learnability.
One second, Pastor. So the literacy, the IQ would have helped you with the literacy as well. The higher the IQ, that means more people would be literate. All right. And then the passing grade would have improved. So they connected 3 things. If you know, obviously, because you're arguing a case, you want to say, yes, you're the brightest. So you need to put the other metrics them so I can put it together. But when we put all of
Another
this,
metric is the percentage per capita, JD.
the percentage per capita,
Yeah.
or percentage per capita.
So let's say Jamaica had 3 million people. What percentage of that 3 million people is advancing educationally? Or let's say you have 1 million students. How many of those students are meeting the prescribed passing grade and above average? That's another metric that is used.
We have to come up with 2 more from the average worldwide scale. But this one, this metric that they used, guys, this metric that they used, all I just want to tell you,
I don't, JD, it's so hard to get Andrew Holness.
Pastor, please, let me finish my point, Pastor. Me just want the people hearing me, have said. Sometimes you are be harsh, Me I try to be as calm as possible to get to the point, so people can come back to the next argument. All I'm saying, guys, what you had told me before, it's nowhere close. Jamaica is not one of the brightest countries in the world, and Jamaica is not one of the brightest countries in the Caribbean based off these things. So I need you to provide these metrics, what you're telling me. That's why I said I remember I am the host, and just because I want to put out the information, I want my country to be first. So just provide me with those metrics that you use to get the information. All right. Yes, that's all. We now have a word conversation. So continue, Pastor. And we now have a lament on this because we only have the 30 minutes.
Andrew Holness, as Education Minister of Jamaica, had done with the CXC pass thing and the improvement in high school.
You have to use
no,
more
I'm saying the education metrics was put out during that time. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I know when they were talking about improving the education system in Jamaica from the kindergarten level, where they were making sure that the kindergarten education system falls within the registration, there was a metric that was put out, or a set of metrics that was put out, that would be used to evaluate students' IQ, educational advancement and development right across the spectrum from kindergarten all the way to university level. That was done. So it is not something that is hard to get.
No, I've actually stumbled upon that as well because a next person, respected Diego passed that on to me, and I found some others. Well, that metric that you're talking about, that the Prime Minister talked about, Jamaica was not first in it either. It was
but it was done because we were falling down below the other Caribbean islands.
So no, but I'm trying to explain to the people, it was actually Trinidad and others ahead of Jamaica with the same levels, So you see, when you have people like Qatar coming and telling them manipulative ass things, yeah, and when we go to check the record, the prime minister in the country has said the same thing as what we are saying, because the record match that. So I don't know what kind of manipulative schemes them are gonna go and they tell you. Sometimes we have to just understand the truth, and we just go with it and just work hard. That's all, we are gonna finish the show, and we just need to work hard and stop with this ego. All right, some people ego is too big. That's all. We just need to work hard. That's all I'm going to say. Because some of these conversations where we have, that's why people can always say we are fake news and we egotistic and them stuff. Because these are the things that we keep on lamenting and we can move on. You understand me? Yeah, but the truth is out there. Just go and look for yourself. Don't listen to some of them people because they're going to send you down a wrong road. Because when I listened to it myself, I was very, very much shocked, because I actually thought that Jamaica would at least be the best in the Caribbean. And that was not true. That was nowhere to be true. You have a lot of countries that are doing very, very well. And we need to improve that in order to get back at the top. You understand? We need to. I want to hear some people here. Brian Jones says, Cataract Friends is always a fraud. He discovered cure for cancer. Yes, man. There is not enough resources in the education system in Jamaica. I know that because I am in the system. That is why a lot of teachers are leaving. Well, all I'm just trying to say is we love that from you, Mr. Dre. We love the honesty, because kids are watching these things and they want the honesty, so they know that they need to go and work hard. But when people come out and say we are the brightest, naturally, it's sometimes a man thinks that it's simple as it's stupid as it sounds, when we are here giving up these images about, oh, we're the greatest and this and that, um kids sitting on and say, all right, then we're greatest, I'm to you. It becomes subconscious. We don't have to do anything, man. We go foreign and just stand up in the corner. I want to you. People have respect because Jamaica the biggest thing. Everybody know Jamaica. So from I go foreign and say, Jamaica I come from, I go get beer money and all sort of thing. Well, go foreign and think that, no? Go foreign and think that. Believe me,
You're
it's
dead under that bridge. That
mad out.
mentality, you're dead under the bridge.
Yes. No follow Cataract them. Them not no sense. A mad house you end up in. All right? That's all me I gotta tell you. No follow them. But you go when me go to Jamaica, when me go foreign, and people here say Jamaica, I'll be a people flat me cause you see them look. I lie them I tell. I lie them I tell. I tell you. I lie them I tell. Them mad. Them mad with ego. Them fool. No make nobody fool you. All right, people me love you too much. Me not lie to you. Them a liar. Me not ask you. All right, that's how them a liar. Me not them a liar. I me not ask you. Them a liar. Them a liar. Nobody no said that. JD just making up stuff. Okay, me literally watch a program the other day and hear a man literally tell me that in my face. All right, I'm hear other people in the comment section that say the same thing. And that you always say, "Una lied." Me not ask you no fool people every day. Who no make up stuff for fool people because me know not true. All right, me I one of the Jamaican them go overseas and work hard. And the other the majority of the Jamaicans they tell me about when me I go overseas, they talk about me I work hard for. Or who can get work in them country. And that let me tell me how you Blake. Don't tell me foolishness. How people like Holness sell the wrong narrative to people because it's so hard to tell the truth. Jamaica does produce some special people like myself. Brain Drain, thank you very much. You are a very much articulative person. You're a very much hardworking person, and definitely you're a special person, just like Usain Bolt, like how the conversation started. That's exactly what I wanted to say from day one. And look how fast you put it in smaller situations. You get me? Kids should work hard. Yes, that's what we want. Kids should work hard. Yes, we do produce special people, but you have to work hard. 100%. Simple. That's all this video should be taken as. Obviously, you're gonna have a lot of people that can't comprehend nothing, and they're gonna actually take it out of context. But this is exactly what we wanted this video to turn out into. We work hard. We take our country back from these manipulative fools. that think that they have sense and that them actually bring down the country. All right, take it back from them. But them dunce badness and them a glorify them and they on YouTube a click with them finger. Yeah man, big tune. Big tune. And this man now said nothing. This rat ass looking Ross. I don't even know him name. Talk a bag of foolishness. Crackhead and Jamaica back then, 20 years ago, crack is one forbidden thing, You understand me? Crack is a forbidden thing, all of a sudden now. All of a sudden now, crack and Mali and Pali and Shally, all things I never hear about in my life in Africa, Pastor, because true, me never really in, when me busy I do other things in life, me not have time for listen to them foolishness here. You get me? So me never know them stuff here. When me I hear them about crack, I may say that Jamaica gone to, I saw me not Jamaican anymore, because me not know nothing about them something,
I don't know a Jamaica where to be a crackhead is something that you want to be associated with. I don't know a Jamaica where to be lazy you want to be associated with. The Jamaica that I grew up in, if you appear to be lazy, your family will ostracize you because the culture in the community that I grew up in, I was never grown up in a garrison community, a country me grew up. You value people, you value hard work, you try to be honest, to be kind, to be loving. That's the Jamaica that I know. When I tell people over here that the crime and violence and the bad image of Jamaica is perpetuated by about 10% of the population, they say, Pastor, you cannot be telling the truth. The reality is, though, JD, is that in that 10%, you have them placed right across the spectrum from the leadership of the country straight down. You have them in all the sectors. So they have voices, and that create a kind of embellished outside, but a maggot infested inside. Because when it reaches the place where the bad thing of a culture becomes a selling product for the country is literally lost. Because I kid you not, how does crime and violence, which is an enigma in every society, become something that you can sell, and then you want to attach brand Jamaica to that? I am not a part of that Jamaica.
All right, well said, well said. Let me just go to them comments. I'm done now, guys. Smash the like button, share and support the channel. As I said, all of the new contents I'm coming, it's gonna be hard hitting fire contents. All right, hard hitting fire contents. Period. All right, hard hitting fire contents, because we are not here to waste time and just come up here just building videos. It's gonna be some hard hitting. So if you don't want to subscribe for that, you don't subscribe. But believe me, this is gonna be the channel of all sense, just sense. I'm glad me have my next YouTube channel so I can do other videos about football. All right, yeah. But once we come here, a hard hitting thing. All right, to make Jamaica great again, or great. According towards what people says. All right, yes, that's my intention. They told me I was not white, so why am I overseas? Jamaica have some of the brightest people on earth, but many are migrating overseas for better opportunities. I hope I revise. Make sure you're one of them, all right? Jamaican teachers are recruited worldwide because they are the best. All right, I don't know nothing about that, and I don't even think that is actually true either. People, all right, yeah. So he's gonna keep on saying everything. I don't know why Cataract never does turn a butt. It does turn a YouTube bot as well, and just work with yourself, Cataract. Just become a bit YouTube bot. That's all. I don't work hard. I work all the time. All right, Stefan, I will give Cataract, tier Cataract a new one. Yes, man. Let us not forget Usain Bolt is an anomaly and not the norm. I think Usain Bolt is a hard-working person. That's what I think. You get me? Yes. I think he's a hard-working person, and I think that's what he wants people to respect him for. More than him being an anomaly. You get me? Jamaica at 89% is decent. The younger age group is in the high 90s. But our Caribbean ranking lags because we up against countries with 250 low population. That's what I meant. Real baller, real baller. We can get the information on that, real baller, and I'm gonna bring that back to you as well tomorrow. And I would love for you to join the Discord so we can have that conversation, so we can bring back everything to the people. Imaxit, the Ratman again. Yes, man, the Ratman is a problem. You know, he's the leader of the Duns gang. You know, not saying he's Duns, because I don't know nothing about him, but he's the leader of the Duns gang. You understand me? Yes, making people proud to come out and say, yes, I don't sis me the pan, I mean, I try learn nothing. How can you come in a world and say you don't want to learn nothing? All right, never seen a proud crackhead. Well, you better know you're gonna be seeing it. Chris King, big up. Yes, hard hitting, but not Tyreek Maggie bashing. No, 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 no. We're not bashing anybody, man. That's hard hitting. You know, came here for football and got nonsense argument over obvious stuff. No, it's not obvious. Not the best though, JD. Oh God, I am done. I am done here, guys. See, I said I wanted 2 hours, and believe me, I'm glad that it's not New Year. So it give me time to construct myself in a better way. You get me? New Year coming. Yeah, I'm not going to entertain certain madness. All right. uh, Uh, here this manipulative ass. Jamaican teachers are the ones teaching in Japan, American and Canada, America and Canada. Many of the bright people we glorify, we were taught a Jamaican teacher. Facts. Go read the overseas recruitment, bruh. Stop your foolishness, Cataract. You're lost in transition. Up to the end of the conversation, you're lost because your mind is just fixated on trying to win. Real baller, Cataract not making no sense. You only think he's making sense because you're common in the same interests as him. He's lost in transition. That's all we're going to say. He's lost, very much lost. All right. Shavan, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Let me read this one and then we're done. No, we're not jumping over the facts. Cataract, you don't make no sense. You only you only think you're factual towards the people we are convinced and a fool in Jamaica. You're not factual because I promise you when I go for the information, it's nothing like that. And then you're gonna change the subject to say Jamaica small, so comparable to this. You're not well, Cataract. So you need to go and get well. That's all I'm going to tell you because I don't even have to check what you're saying to me. It makes no logical sense. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you why you're wrong. I'm going to just leave you being wrong and then I will come and educate the people in my next time and what you have stated. But tell you guys, we have done 2 hours, 46 minutes. I can't be burning down the building for so long. All right? Content, no crack. Yes. Exactly. Content, no crack. And I'm leaving. Can't, but Pastor, you're not going to have me here for 3 hours. I have other things to research, to work hard in life, not like Cataract selling propaganda. I have to build my own computer and actually fix a phone for somebody. You get me? Yes. So I'm going. I am going. All right. I'm not going to waste my life talking to Cataract. You understand me? Yes. JD, which P5 station would you recommend? The disc? No, I have the disc version. This version is better, and I think you should buy one faster because something with the PS station because back in 2008. Surprising. Back in 2008, I was one of the first ones to chip, not chip, but modified the PS3. I think it was the PS3, and put it up closer to around 800, almost a terabyte at the time. So what I've realized is most of the bigger versions can take the weight of a lot of the modifications. So TEDx to buy the bigger version so you can actually modify it, because it always leave room for improvement. All right, so always do that one. And I'm not going to tell people that I'm the greatest PlayStation maker, because I've never made a PlayStation. I just stuck a hard drive in it and found a way to get the PlayStation to actually accept the software. Nothing special. All right, it's just called reading, nothing extra, because I got the information from somebody else and I applied it and it works for me. Simple. I don't want to take credit and say, oh, a little Jamaican island and doing this.
Information shared,
You know?
information
Yeah.
shared becomes knowledge achieved. Because information by itself is not knowledge.
Yeah, but Mr. Dre, but they are well recruited. But they are, when in terms of the amount of people that recruited, they are not it's not the number one in the world. You understand me? That's all I'm saying, Mr. Dre. That's all he does. Over push certain things, and it's not right. It's not true. You understand me? Yes. So that's all I'm gonna say. Not your job to educate some of the. Oh, no, come on, no. Oh, Mr. Blake, you don't know nothing about Belgium. That's the problem. You don't know nothing about much things. JD, you are not committed. You cannot go yet. No patriotic. You know what? Let me say this. No, it's not necessarily patriotic.
Jerry, Jerry, you are
Oh,
now
oh,
a full-fledged
just
overseas player. You are not committed.
you tell me what this man is what we are talking about?
You never bought a Jamaica, you're not committed. Help me, Holy Ghost. This is a good one.
Uh, no, I revives. I'm not doing a stream. I'm not gonna make Qatar use my stream to sell his propaganda. Yes, Stefan, man, take your time, man. Take your time, man. Big boss, man. All right. JPL is going on. Okay, we're gonna leave the space for the JPL people, them, you know. All right. So Jamaica is a service country. The brightest people create, they do not serve. Okay. Ranging, Jesus Christ. All right. Uh, yes, we're Mad Vibes. The next time we come on, I'm gonna bring on some people, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, but thanks yet again, guys, to listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of Jamaicans, they would not even want to listen to what I'm saying, and I hope you learned where I'm coming from, so you get to learn about me more. You understand me? And not following these delusional asses like Oyini Blake that thinks that everything that people says and challenge, they are eating. All right? Yes. So at least you understand where that's coming from. All right? Yes. So take care, guys, and have a great one. And let we actually make Jamaica people that we have now great. All right, great in their own way. Just want to make sure you work hard. All right, and no crack. No content, content, no crack, but no crackhead and no Mali and Jolly and bag of foolishness and crime and violence. Let we just live good and let we just survive. So if you don't see me back for the rest of the year, yeah, you get me, because a whole heap of people text me, you know. You see, all on the top of men are Jamaican, a whole heap of Jamaican text me. No two bad mind, not fight against man. All right, yes. So take care. Bye bye. All right. If this is the last one I've done, yeah.